Today's guest is actually a host, and not just any host, but the host of Hawaii's #1 podcast. And that's not according to me, that's according to his mom. You know it as Keep It Aloha Pod. Chances are, if you're on anywhere online, you've seen his stuff. And if not, I guarantee you've seen the guests that have come through on this podcast. Over 200 episodes and counting. And gotta admit, my brother Taisei and I have looked up to the Keep It Aloha Pod as one of the premier podcasts coming out of Hawaii. And so we love the fact that we can actually have a host-to-host conversation today. We're going to talk about podcasting. We're going to talk about busing Pokemon packs. That's something he's into as well. We're going to talk about the hammer that he is and Hilo, his home. Something that's on the top of our mind, recently coming back from the Merry Monarch festivities and episode 40-something, 44, that just happened at the same time. He is a young, multilingual Hawaiian hammer. There's really no other way to put it. Today, we're going to dig in because there's a lot of things that we see online that we want to ask. So this is one opportunity for us to finally connect and ask those questions. So my brother Taisei and I would like to welcome to the BrotherLee podcast, Kamaka Diaz. Thank you, brother. Here we go, jiu-jitsu time. There you go.
I don't want to touch the mic. I don't want to mess with
the mic.
With the setup.
Mic jitsu. We're working on that.
Yeah.
We just spent like 10 minutes going over the set and podcast nerdy stuff. But how you feeling today, bro?
I'm good. I'm super stoked and honored to be here. The quality that you guys put out, the conversation, just the way you guys articulate things too. You guys are both great speakers. I'm just very impressed by you. And, I think, as a premier podcast and, one of the top podcasts, it's like, I feel like I can still learn, just like from your setup, from the quality that you two put out. So yeah, I think we're all on the same journey, and I just been doing it a little longer. I got a little bit more experience, my level's a little higher in the Pokemon video game, but that's pretty much all it is. We're still playing the same game.
Higher XP, yeah, they call it.
Yeah.
No, well, thank you. And also, why did you, I don't know, when we ran into each other, what was that? Morning, by Kaka Ward. I ran into you on the streets.
Yeah.
By Morning
South
Brew.
Kakako.
And I was like, hey, what you do? I know you're a host, but you're everyone guest. And you're like, bro, I'm so down.
Yeah.
So why did you choose to actually say yes to come in on BrotherLee Time?
One, I like to do the in-person stuff.
Yeah.
Virtual, I know you guys talked about it on the other podcast. I don't really like the virtual stuff just because I love the human-to-human interaction. I feel like we don't get enough of it these days, especially with no distractions, which is why I love podcasting. And then you two are just cool brothers.
Yeah,
I very vividly remember you two coming to my Blue Note show, which was super awesome, and I just, appreciate that so much. But it's such good energy. Just like I remember the intensity of the dap and the hug and the handshake and like the excitement and just you guys compliment me so much, and I really love everything you guys are doing. And plus, I've been seeing the stuff. Like, I used to see the stuff you would help Aloha, right? With his videos. And then, obviously, when you had the Taisei Discovers.
Yeah.
So I would always see the content, and it's super good content. And I think it's the production quality is actually better than ours. So I just think, everything you guys are doing is amazing. And how could I say no to this? Plus, my cousin Max Holloway was on this podcast. So gotta keep it in the family.
Cousin Max came on, bless us, Alessa. So you know what? Like as you said, we're both gonna talk about podcasting. Taisei and I both have some questions prepared because it's one of those things that everybody sees and might want to do, but then when you actually do it, there's a lot of discoveries that are made. Not just in the production side, but more so the human-to-human side, like you said, about being face-to-face like this, feeling someone's hand shake, all of that. There's a lot to be said, and so I do want to jump into that.
Yeah, ask me anything.
But first, though, let's put some respect on your hometown of Hilo.
Yeah.
My brother and I just went. Oh, that's a.
Oh, I just created it. Nobody does it. It's not like a West Side. It's just like me. I did it in high school, and I moved to Kaiser.
Well, represent that that motherland because my brother and I are born and raised West O'ahu, So we kind of city boys. Even West Oahu to other people in Oahu is kind of like far away. But if you go off the island to another island, we all Oahu.
Yeah.
We all ride the H1, right? And so for us to spend one super powerful 24 hours-ish there last week during the festival, Merry Monarch, bro, we came back supercharged, invigorated. So that's an outsider point of view, but I like hear your like description. What is Hilo, bro? What does it mean to you? Who lives there? Who leaves Hilo? Like, just give us some breakdown of your home grounds.
Yeah, I mean, Hilo Hanakai, Hilo Kaua Kanilehua, Hilo Hamas. No, I think, it's more country. I wouldn't say it's country, and I feel like there's country with a C and country with a K. Country with a K is a little bit more out there. Maybe like the people in Honoka'a or Waimea or something like that. But small town. I think about 40,000 people. It rains a lot. Rivers and beaches with lava rocks, no sand.
You tell me that again.
Brackish water. Very tight knit community. Everybody knows somebody. If you don't know somebody, their auntie, uncle, cousin, sister. But I grew up doing the normal kid things. Playing sports and hanging out with my friends and being outside before we had phones and social media and stuff like that. It was just the greatest place to grow up. And I'm just very blessed that I had the upbringing that I had, especially with Hawaiian Immersion, because that's a very unique aspect of my life. And I didn't really know I was different until a little older. You
mean when you came to Oahu, or?
No, just a little older in Hilo, growing up in Hilo, because I grew up, right out of the womb. The first memories I have is just speaking Hawaiian, right? My dad only spoke Hawaiian with us. Still, he only speaks Hawaiian with us to this day. All our text messages are in Hawaiian. So I didn't really realize like I was an outsider. Not that anybody made me an outsider, but that we were different. We were going to a different type of school, and then we ended at a different time. We arrived later to practices. Our interactions were the same. I didn't even know the Pledge of Allegiance or like the national anthem, So like I never had that American patriotism ever. Like when people stand up and they they tear up to. I feel nothing when I hear that. And it's not that I'm like super Kanaka or anything. It never resonated with me because we grew up every day. Wow, Hawaii, Kaueka, Vedo, okay, and then all the olis and Hawaii Pono'i, all three verses. Not everybody do all three verses. You have to do all three verses every single morning. We didn't have, the bells that ring. Ding, we just had the. That's how between classes, between prayer, lunch, you gotta go to the pico. That's like the meeting area. Somebody gotta lead a prayer. We go, poo again. Go to class before school ends, poo, everybody meets again. There's a closing thought. You sing a song. It's like all the protocol, which I didn't appreciate. But that was my like upbringing. And then I'd leave, have the super westernized upbringing, go home, play video games, play sports, watch American TV. So I was like living in two worlds and not really knowing it.
Bruh, so that's only because you went immersion school.
Yeah, only because I went immersion school.
And tell me, curious, I spent a lot of time in schools as an adult, as an English as a second language teacher in Japan, etc. But how that experience you just described to me sounds like pinnacle Hawaii education. But for most of us, it's very, pledge allegiance, look at the flags, two of them in the classroom, and like do the things that you said you didn't do. So is it that school, first of all, what is the name of that school? And also, have they gotten bigger since you've left? Or what? How's that change happen? Yeah,
so I went to Punanele-o-Hilo, which was in Hilo, like kind of close to KTA, which they don't exist anymore. They moved to Kea'au. So it's still called Punanele-o-Hilo, I believe, but it's in Kea'au. And it's right next to Kekula-o-Naviho-Kalani'o-Pu'u, which was one of the first Hawaiian immersion schools created over there. But then so I went Punanele-o-Hilo, then I went to Ke'okaha. And there was like a Hawaiian side of Ke'okaha, which was Ka'umekeka'el.
Okay.
And that was just like, I think it was Papa Mala or like, what's it called? Preschool?
Okay.
No, not preschool.
Pre-K.
Kindergarten.
Okay.
Kindergarten till 6th grade. Yeah. Or 7th grade. I forget. But anyways, so I went there, and then I think in 7th or 8th grade, or ninth grade. Gosh, I'm getting old.
He's only 33.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's my body feels 43.
Young buddy.
Honestly, 53, 63 if I was being realistic. And then I went to Kekula-o-Nawahio Kalani'o-Pu'u, which was like, it's like the prestigious Hawaiian immersion school. I mean, kind of the only Hawaiian immersion school, but I think it's the best.
Okay. And what, is it like super competitive to get in?
No, it's just the people leading it are the people who were the main people of the Hawaiian revitalization. Like our principal and her husband and some of the teachers like associated with that school, they were the OGs.
The OGs of this Hawaiian revitalization.
Yeah, Punana Leo too. There's a couple names that, that are associated with that, like Larry Kimura, Keiki Kawai'aia, Pila Wilson, Kamana, Kumu Kamana, Kawanoi Kamana is her full name. So these were some of the people associated with the school in Punana Leo.
So would you say your generation is what, the beginning of this Hawaiian?
I'm second
generation.
Yeah. So like Kuha'o's time.
Yeah.
They were like the first. I mean, he didn't go, but like his cousin, like Kamaka Iva.
Okay.
And like Kalani Pe'a.
Yeah.
Like they were the OG generation, like around that time.
Okay.
And then we were in the second decade of the revitalization.
Wow. So what would you say it's the 2000s? Like when does the start line?
Yeah. So I was born 93. Went to Punana Leo probably like 96, 97, and then late 90s to early 2000s.
It's like first generation.
It's second.
Second generation.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're second generation then.
Of that, yeah.
Of that revitalization.
Yeah.
Bruh. So is it fair to say that Hilo is ground zero for the revitalization?
Sure. I mean, you could say Ni'ihau or a place on Kauai and Maui also had Punana Leos, but I think like you would know when you go to Hilo, like they got Kahakaula, like that Hawaiian, I don't even know what it's called, program or building. But like speaking Hawaiian in Hilo, like if you're trying to learn Hawaiian, like Hilo would be the place to go if you really wanted to be surrounded by it. Because here, you hear people speaking a little bit here and there, but Hilo, it's a lot more common. I think smaller too, because here's a lot more spread out.
Right. I mean, still get the people speaking. I hear, I think, I was talking to a friend about this, and I was like, maybe once a month, I'll hear it in the wild, Olelo Hawaii, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously online, but over there in Hilo, you just hear it without even trying, right?
Yeah.
And so that's something that I felt, I don't say missing, but like you said, maybe it's just so densely packed here that you just have more English speakers than not. But Hilo, not to just, we want to go back because we felt so like not all Hawaii's the same. Not all Hawaii is the same, and I'm not here to say this is Hawaii or this is not, but our experience from where we are to spending that time in Hilo was like eye-opening in that there's a lot more of Hawaii that maybe just you have to make more effort to get to on Oahu, in the flesh at least, right? With the people there, with the language, hearing it on the street. So are there more people now speaking Olelo Hawaii than, let's say, when you was going to school?
Totally. I don't know what the actual number is. And when I spoke with people like Ho'okahi or Kaliko Beamer Trap on my podcast, they say it's like a certain number, but they don't believe it's actually that high. It's probably lower. But with my experience, I went to Navahi. It's I think it's from kindergarten to 12th grade. And we had about 100 students from kindergarten to 12th grade. This was probably in the 2000s.
Okay.
So I left 2010. To go to Kaiser on Oahu. And from that time, about 100 students. My class had maybe 15 people in it. And it's the kind where you have the same people every year. Yeah. Like, if you date somebody in your class, it's like you dating your sister.
For better or worse.
Yeah. So it's like, everybody was tight. They're all my brothers and sisters. If we got a new student, it was like super exciting, I left to Oahu 2010. Went to the Peace Corps in 2016. We'll get into that later, I'm sure. But when I came back in 2019, when my little brother was still at Navahi, they had like new buildings, new trailers, and there's about 500 students. So from 2010 to about 2020, let's just say 10 years, it grew about like 400 people.
5x or 4?
Yeah, from 5x, I think. I don't know.
Wow. Hey, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that it's on an upward trajectory.
Yeah, totally.
And I've heard this term Hawaiian Renaissance. that kind of has the implication that it went away or it was gone or like there's a dip maybe or a gap.
Yeah, there's a missing generation.
And what was that, like 70s to 90s
It was
or something?
probably like 50s to 60s, like what, like basically our grandparents, like
Okay.
So our grandparents probably born in the 40s, 30s or 40s, I'm guessing. And then like
Boom.
so my parents were born in the 60s, I believe. So like they had the chance to maybe or like they weren't taught because their parents weren't able to teach it. So our parents are like the missing generation, and then us. So they like skipped a generation.
So our parents' age is like the
ones
missing.
that most of our parents probably don't speak. That's why a lot of it. Oh, I used to hear my grandma or my grandpa speak all the time at home. But even like my stepmom, she would hear her grandpa or grandma speak, but like she never learned.
So it's like our parents, our aunties, uncles, that generation. But now we kind of leading me like no like you guys kind of leading your second generation. There's more, sounds like. So I want to say like the other side of this is Hilo's great. Hilo is a place to be for that immersion experience. It's the source. But what causes people from Hilo to leave? I mean, you had to leave. Like, why leave Hilo?
I mean, there's not much there. Like, there's not much to do. Even when people come, it's like, if you're expecting to go and like have a wild vacation and party and have that nightlife, like that's not Hilo. Like if you come explore the nature, go to the waterfalls, go to the beach, just hang out at a friend's house. You know, if it rains, you just stay home and play video games or hang out with your friends. If it's sunny, go play sports and go explore, you know, waterfalls and whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it was. I mean, it's very simple. You know, maybe we got into a little like airsoft with my friends, or you know, if I never had friends that or I guess I wasn't hanging out with friends that hunted or fished and stuff like that. My friends bodyboarded, so it's like, and I never really got into that. Like I went a couple times, but I would just stay on the beach and take pictures of them or something, you know. So it was just kind of that outdoor lifestyle. So I think a lot of us are very grounded in the sense of like we had feet on the dirt.
Yeah.
You know, we had our barefoot was running on lava rocks from an early age, you know. So I think that really helped us in like shaping us into becoming the people we are today. And just like when I left to Oahu my senior year and going to Oahu, it felt like I was going to, you know, like California or something.
The continent.
Everybody was just different. Like my friends are all like, I have my best friend since like 5-6 years old. Like we played sports all our lives. And some people are like, my best friend I just met like 5 months ago, and like we're in high school already.
Yeah.
And like, and not saying, you know, it's easy to make
it's
friends,
different.
but it's just different. And like, okay, this person, they used to be best friends, but now they're dating this girl who used to date this guy. And like, I'm like, wait, what is going on here? And it's just the level of loyalty and respect and I guess just like openness, aloha, was just different.
You know what? On that note, Brad, your podcast name, Keep It Aloha, has aloha in it. And it's one of those words that gets used so much for, again, no judgment. It's just, it's one of those words that the world knows.
Yeah.
So your mission in Keep It Aloha, I mean, if we read your Instagram profile, we can see that. But how do you feel about being a steward of that word in the platform that you have?
I think it's the greatest privilege of my life, because as somebody who gets to perpetuate aloha and share it with the world, just like you, I've lived abroad for, you know, many years and explored a lot of places. And I just love that I get to share that with people, that sometimes their only interaction with a Hawaiian or somebody from Hawaii is me.
Yeah.
And they are left with like, wow, that Hawaiian kid, it was so nice, shared his Hawaiian snacks with me and, you know, gave me all these t-shirts and was just really good energy. I love being a steward of aloha, and I love the idea of keeping it aloha around the world here and in any way that you can in your life. And I was actually thinking of aloha on the way over here, and how, you know, a lot of people think of it as hi and goodbye, but there's so many more meanings, just with our other Hawaiian words as well. But I was thinking, you know, aloha is just the greatest thing ever, and it's it's like food. We love food. We love food. It's so good. But when is it better? When it's shared, right? Like, I could eat this burger and I'll be, oh, this is so good. But if I ask you for a bite and you take a bite and I see your reaction, you're like, oh, what does this mean?
Yeah.
That makes me so stoked. When I have Aloha and I share it, that's like the reciprocation, the circle of Aloha. And that's what makes me stoked about the word and the feeling. And I think that's what Aloha really is. It's like, Aloha isn't Aloha until it's shared, you know? So I just feel like the more we can give out without expectation, I think the more Aloha is going to go out in the world. And then when it comes back to you, like, awesome. That circle of reciprocation, circle of Aloha is closed. But I think regardless, if you know, get something in return, if you share that Aloha, that's true Aloha.
Just giving, no expectations.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now that we can have this digital playground that we're on, like, you can almost give more. But I do want to ask about the flip side of that, because there's a lot of gatekeeping. There's a lot of identity gatekeeping as far as in the Hawaiian community. So as someone who is giving the Aloha, sharing the Aloha, there's some others who are like, who is he to XYZ? So what's like, how do you deal with the hate? Because you know what I mean? First of all, what kind of hate do you get?
It's so funny because my girlfriend and I last night, we just found out, I'm not going to say the details, but like I was blocked by somebody or like an entity, and we're like, wait, what? Why though? Like we were just very confused because so she's like, yeah, it's funny because you're like that meme when, like, imagine hating on me and I'm just like, there's like a video of you just ripping Pokemon cards. It's so funny because even when it's been pretty good, like, you know, like 365 days without an accident at work, you know, for me it's like 400 days without being canceled or something like that. So I've been really good the last couple years. But I think it's so funny because, like, the people that know me, like, they know my heart, and they know I'm like the same kids since I was young, very friendly, very Aloha. Like I was in the Peace Corps. I literally only want peace and love with everybody. I don't like conflict. I'm not trying to offend anybody, not trying to hurt anybody. I just want everybody to be happy and like do what they want without hurting anybody. But yeah, so when those things happen, I try not to react. I love the 4 agreements. Don't take anything personally. So I don't really get bothered by it anymore. I just feel like I have this Aloha armor, and it just, like, you know, goes right off. And I think just when you're secure and you know yourself and you know who you truly are, nothing's gonna matter. You know, if you tell me you suck, your podcast sucks, you're a terrible person, like, I know I'm not. So that's not really gonna bother me. If I'm a little bit insecure and you tell me, like, bro, you want fake Hawaiian, you know you suck at hosting a podcast, and I'm like, oh, am I a fake Hawaiian, or do I really suck at? Is my truck not lifted enough? Like, you know, should I buy a gold chain? Like, is that gonna make me, you know, feel better about myself? I just don't have that. I think I was secure. I knew who I was at a very early age since I was in Hilo. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I never got into any of that. Don't care about partying. I would go out to parties and in college and just be there to DD and my friends and stuff, you know, Kamaka DDD is. But yeah, I know who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. So all the hate, it doesn't bother me. And if I misunderstood, because a lot of things is just miscommunication, misunderstanding. If people need to misunderstand me to, like, find peace, that's okay with it, because I only want people to be happy, and I want people to be at peace. I think people are trying I think people confuse happiness with peace a lot of times, and it's like, you know, we need this money to find happiness. I think we just want peace and freedom, and that's what I want for myself. That's what I want for others. So if, like, hating me helps you go sleep at night, that's fine, and it gives me the opportunity to prove you wrong, right? I've had people message me like, oh my gosh, like, I apologize for reacting to your video that one time. I actually watched your episodes. I got to know you. I see what you're doing. And then that's a win in itself, because, you know, like, I'm just here doing my life, opening Pokemon cards, watching anime with my girlfriend, just head down working. I worked till 1 a.m. last night just doing emails and prep and whatever.
Hey, it's hard to hate when you're busy.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I don't focus on any of that. And I love this quote. It's like resentment is drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. So I'm not going to waste my time hating on others, worrying about other people's lives. So if you want to do that, that's fine. But I got so many more things that I need to worry about.
What do you fight for?
I think my people. And that breaks down into like my immediate circle, my family, my friends, my girlfriend, my lahui, the bigger community, the people that I've interacted with in my life outside of Hawaii. I think all of them, I want to make them proud. I want to make our ancestors proud. I want to be a good ancestor when I'm gone.
Yeah.
So I think, a lot of it is selfless work, but in a way it's selfish because I'm doing it with with this motive of making myself feel better by serving others.
Right.
It's weird how
I know what you mean.
Selfless can be selfish, right?
It's almost like how much we choose to talk about, because what we're doing right now, talking, right? And a lot of people just see us talking on screens. So you talk, but you also got to walk. And this action versus words balance is one that I'm sure you struggle with as well. It's like, bruh, you see me talking a lot, but you don't see me walking. So you got to do both, right? And I feel like when you walk, when you're doing an action, you got to have a fire, a reason. That's why I asked, what do you fight for? Like, what burns you up? Because you could just see you as like, hey, this guy's about love, aloha, sharing all that like nice stuff. But don't mistake that for weakness. Don't mistake that for laziness. Like, I'm getting busy too.
Yeah.
Right, is what you're saying.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna. I mean,
Bars.
I post a lot on social media, but there's a lot you don't see. You don't see the late nights when I'm working and the Saturdays and Sundays where I'm, hustling when everybody's out hanging out.
What's a silent hustle that people don't know about? That's not gonna be silent.
That's not Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, don't look at my credit card bills. I think, there's a lot of, as you probably know, like a lot of logistics and a lot of back end work that go into podcasting. And I'm usually working on like 3 to 4 projects at a time. Like I'm trying to plan a podcast. I mean, what's it called? A card show.
Yeah.
Because I got into that space. I'm trying to plan, my Keep It Aloha travel podcast. I'm trying to plan some other fun projects coming up and I got meetings, sponsorship meetings, and just like connecting with people and like helping others connect with other people. So there's like a lot of things that go on in the back that people don't see. I mean, we see the end product.
Right.
But even, like, say something as simple as like, you see me ripping these Pokemon cards, but you don't know I was driving around through Waikiki and Ala Moana and Kailua trying to find that Pokemon card. But you just see me post it, got it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the life of an entrepreneur. Is like, you don't see the 3 steps that it took for me to do this. Like, we don't see like the night he marinates all the food, he prepares all of it. You order it, you wait 20 minutes, you get your food, and that's your experience, right? So I think there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people don't appreciate enough.
Yeah. By the way, you're a full-time podcaster.
Yeah. So I used to have a side job. I worked as a Peace Corps recruiter at UH up until 2024, I believe. And then I was like, I'm just gonna go into it full time, and because I had sponsorships that was able to sustain me. So now I do this full time, and I tell people I'm living the Portuguese dream. I just get paid to talk.
Hey, you're right in your name.
I love it.
Speaking of which, I saw you recently in Japan with Konishiki.
Yes. Oh, so cool.
Tell me about this like travel podcast lifestyle, bro. How does it happen when you actually get there? You can get into logistics if you want, but like that's something that my brother and I also been wanting to. We've done some of it, but like, how does that happen, bro?
Well, so I've had an affinity for travel and culture from my first time leaving Hawaii, studying abroad in Spain, Argentina, living in Madagascar. I feel like I got a lot of my travels out pretty early, so that's why when I came back, I just wanted to plant my roots and just like really establish myself back here. But now that we've spread a lot of aloha here in the islands, I feel like we can take it outside and spread some with the people that might need it.
Yeah.
and just with the platform that we have, we get to amplify voices. I feel like there's a lot of people in the diaspora, and there's a lot of people, Hawaiians, locals, just people with ties to Hawaii that have great stories that sometimes they can't come back to Hawaii. So let's go out and share their stories and find them. And so luckily we have a partnership with Hawaiian Airlines. And, you know, people say, yeah, it's so great you have this partnership. Connect me. I'm like, this took about 2 years for me to get. Like,
it wasn't your sister's, huh?
Yeah, no. This was even before she was she was doing it. Kanoi did not help me do anything.
Let's be clear.
Let's be clear. Yeah. If anything, I got her to drop. I tell people that the only reason she's on the face of the Aloha Max is because they wanted to get closer to me. So they just were like, hey, let's choose Kanoi. Then we'll have access to her brother on the podcast.
How is your guys' relationship?
We love each other.
Yeah.
People love seeing the sibling banter and like we joke around. But as much like, so what you see is real. Like the banter, like even at home, I'm always like rage baiting her and like just being stupid and messing with her. So that's real. But underneath it's just love. Like when she came to Madagascar, I don't get angry. Like somebody's catcalling her, man, I start getting mad. Like I yell. I've only gotten mad like a few times in my life, and I was speaking Malagasy, yelling at people.
Who was catcalling Kanoi?
Yeah, just like guys, you know, the Malagasy culture, it's a little behind on stuff. So like they catcall women and stuff like that. So when my sister visited me in Madagascar, and like they say something, I'm like, si mahai miaina, you know, huh? And then it's like, you don't know. Basically, it's like a diss. Like, you don't know how to live. Stuff like that.
How come you never do an episode over there?
Oh, I would love to. It's so hard to get there. I mean, it takes like almost 2 days, and it's like super expensive. But my 10-year reunion of leaving Madagascar is in 2 years. So I'm hoping that I'll have all the funds and all the resources that I can do one over there, because that would be me. It's really my second home.
Really?
I love it. I mean, it's the only tattoo I have is this.
Oh, what is that?
It's a rice stalk.
What does it say? Ohana.
Ohana, yeah. So
rice stalk.
So it's Ohana with the island of Madagascar as the Okina. I don't know, maybe.
Oh wait, right there.
Yeah.
Hard for short. Boom.
Yeah, but basically, it's 8 rice stalks for the 8 Hawaiian islands, and then the island of Madagascar as the Okina, because not a lot of people know about Madagascar. Just like not a lot of people put the Okina on Ohana. Then there's 6 letters, me and my 5 siblings. And then it's also something where it's just like, I'm probably one of the last people you think that would get a tattoo. I never wanted a tattoo, but people there got tattoos because it was really cheap. So this maybe costed me like $40 US.
Wow.
But basically it's something too where it's just like, it meant a lot. It was such an impactful time of my life. And then my family and everybody was like, go apply, be a flight attendant when you come back. We can travel and do all this. So it's kind of my like FU to the world, where it's just like, I'm going to get a tattoo right over here, because Hawaiian doesn't hire people with tattoos. Or maybe they changed it.
Now that you say that.
Yeah, so that's why I got it right over here, got it big. But it's also something where it's like, you don't really know what it is. You don't know the significance of what it is. You don't know that Ohana is written on it until you come closer.
I see.
So like rice is life in Madagascar, but Ohana is in front of the rice, because Ohana is the most important thing. And you don't know my values and what truly means matters to me until you come closer and get to know me. So you can't really see what it is, but until you get close, you see that Ohana is right there.
Brother, that's choke meaning in that. No, and that's a 101, right? Nobody else in this world.
No, exactly.
You know what? I got to bring it up because I spent, I don't know, almost a week in Nusi Bay.
You went to Nusi Bay?
Yeah, bro. Bro, I showed the B-rolls. I can't say anything. I learned one phrase I already forgot. I was like, I should remember that.
They speak the northern dialect there.
But we almost went to the east side. Like, we was looking. So my wife was kind of Peace Corps, but for Japan, JICA.
Okay. Oh, JICA.
Yeah. In Mozambique, right next door, basically,
we
right?
met some JICA volunteers. Yeah.
So we was in Inhambane, which is kind of a coastal city, and we were like, let's go to Madagascar. I actually ended up going there twice, but we went to Nusi Bay. And
it means just big island.
Is that what it means?
Yeah. Nusi is island, Bay is big.
See?
Oh,
freaking connections. It was amazing, and it's also very like tourist friendly.
Yes, it's a touristy place.
But Tana, the freaking capital.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit I don't get plenty Blasians over there because it's right in between Africa and like Southeast Asia. And I know there's a lot of like Blasians getting born. So look wise, I was like blending in. But clothes, behavior, attitude wise, I was sticking out like a sore thumb. And also I was like, bro, this feels kind of nuts. Like I can't speak. And I don't know like the system getting in. Bro, we was in a van for like hours and goat on top.
Yeah,
you know
Bruce,
what I mean?
Yeah.
Bruce. That's one interesting spot, bro.
Oh, it's crazy. It's one of the poorest countries in the world. I mean, and it's interesting you bring up the look of people because they're not stereotypically African looking.
They're not.
Unless you go to like the north or the coastal cities, they're darker. But so they're like, even with the language, it's in the same Austronesian family as Hawaiian.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what happened, but some people say it broke off from India or something like that, or and it floated all the way down closer to Africa. But some people, I was like, bro, you look like some Filipinos that I know.
Yep.
And I was like, but kind of like Melanesian, or I don't know what exactly, but I was like, I feel at home.
Yeah.
I feel at home. And then the cool thing about going there, not a lot of people speak English. So when you learn the language, it's very surprising to them. You know, they'll speak French because they assume everybody's a French visitor because it's French colonized. Right. So they'll be like, bonjour, oui, whatever. And then we just be like, we say something and they're like, oh, I'm Gasi, I know. They'd be so surprised. And
wait, what is the 4 languages you speak?
Malagasy.
Yeah.
Spanish. I learned Spanish in college, Hawaiian and English.
Wow.
And I'm learning Japanese on Duolingo. 850-day streak. Well, it's between Spanish and Japanese.
Time out, you say 850 days straight?
My streak on Duolingo.
With Japanese?
Not with Japanese, it's using Duolingo.
All of them?
Yeah.
Wow, so what, is that just something you personally
I've always wanted, I love languages. I love the etymology of it. Like if I had to go back to school, I'd go back for linguistics. But just Japanese, it could be useful to have here. We've been going to Japan the last like two years and we love it. We want to go more. So I just feel like, it's cool when people go to a host country and speak their language.
Yeah.
Just like, I went to Madagascar and spoke Malagasy, or I tried to go to Spain and speak Spanish. I just feel like it's, even though we probably sound like kindergartners speaking to them, I think it's
effort
cool the effort is really cool.
The stumbling foreigner still gets more credit than like the foreigner who's like, exactly. I'm not gonna change.
Exactly. Like, just try. Just with anything, like just try.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nah, so Madagascar is awesome.
That's so cool you went there.
I went there, saw the biggest dog I ever did see. We were staying at Airbnb and she had a dog. I gotta find that picture, but this thing standing up was like above my waist, its back. And I'm 6'2".
Wow.
And I was like, this thing is huge, but also vanilla, ilang. I was just learning like this. Like you said, it's an island. All the people kind of look like me, what I used to, but so different.
It's huge, It's like 30 million people living there. It's the 4th largest island in the world.
You know what? I've been to Reunion Island too.
Oh yeah, right over
there, which is a whole different thing too. But
yeah, that's so cool.
We're 2 brothers from Hawaii, and this channel is our opportunity to tell stories around the world. If you have a place, a city, an event, or a story that you think we should experience and you can help make the travel possible, there's a connect form in our site, linked below. And if it makes sense, we'll reach out. Thanks for watching. Back to the episode.
Yeah, so I mean,
you did the JET program in Japan?
I did the JET.
You did
No,
JET.
actually, I was a private hire through the BOE. Okay. But basically, the first thing I did when I got there was I saw a JET contract and they told me to just change all the JET to whatever acronym they made for my position. Yeah. So I was basically a JET, but I was kind of like a senpai to all the JETs in our city, which was about 12 of them. And I worked at the BOE. So I was like a little bit different position, but we was basically doing the same thing. And I mean, that's during the time I went to Madagascar, actually.
That's so cool.
And I was living there.
Cool. Yeah, because some of my Peace Corps volunteer friends, they went to Japan after. Because we were in the education sector, so we got our TEFL certificate, teaching English as a foreign language. Okay. So some people took that and did the JET program and taught English over there.
How come you never do that? Oh, you want to come?
No, teaching English wasn't my favorite part of my Peace Corps experience. It was cool, but it's just like, man, when you teach in Madagascar, it's different. Like, you have a classroom, like maybe bigger than this, but you have like 60 to 90 students in it with like 3 kids on a table and just blackboard chalk and a bucket of water with a sponge to And like these kids don't speak English, and I've never taught English before. I just learned how to teach English a couple months ago.
And is it one-on-one, or you got a homeroom teacher with you?
All of them. It's just you.
I mean, like, it's only one teacher.
Yeah, just me. Dude, they throw you into the fire.
Bro.
Yeah.
So, and how long is the class? Half an hour?
Like an hour.
An hour.
For 50 minutes. I'm not sure.
Bruh.
Yeah. I mean, part of Peace Corps is just like learning how to survive and get through life. And, you know, you don't, there's the work that you got to do. And then there's like if you don't know how to cook, you better learn how to cook.
Yeah.
If you miss showers, too bad. Here's a bucket, then go take a bath. But talk about bidets right before this podcast. You ever pooped in a hole?
Yeah.
You ever squatted?
Yes.
Get your morning exercise while you're
Yes.
while you're going to the bathroom.
You ever wipe with leaves?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I never had. Well, not in actually. Like in a forest, maybe I've done that, but not in Madagascar. But there's kids that they don't even have toilet paper. You go to these like public ones and they're gross. They stink. Everything's just gross. You see their homework. So they have like composition books. They rip out the pages and they use that. So you would see like these things on the side.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's there. It's a different life over there. You see beggars, hanabatas running down the nose, drunk people passed out on the side, and you know you go to the markets and you're bargaining for vegetables and fruits, and you're bargaining and lafu bezani, and you're like that's way too expensive, and back and forth, and you finally get the deal and you leave. You're like, just save 30 cents.
Well,
but it's like the principle.
what do you think is the biggest takeaway then from that period of your life, Peace Corps Madagascar?
It gave me all the confidence in the world. It made me who I am. I would not be the person I am without the Peace Corps. I mean, it gave me hope in humanity. It gave me confidence to do everything that I'm doing now. It gave me independence. Just seeing people with basically nothing still give and be happy and welcome you. You go walking down random places, you don't know these people, they'll be like mandrusu, like come, and they just give you food, they offer you stuff, like that's just the culture there. So coming home to Hawaii, and it was very similar, right? I'm like, man, if these people can give and be happy with the little bit that they have, why can't we? Yes, it's really expensive here and we have our own struggles, but man, everything we have here is luxury. Just the fact that we can do this to get water, running water, is amazing, and people don't understand that. Just the fact that we can go to our water and drink it, just like that, is amazing. Like I had to get water from a well, and I couldn't just drink it. I got to put it in the filter, and then or boil it. And after that, you got to put like these Soro drops or like these things to clean it. And then you're worried about like surviving malaria, and we had the plague when we were there, and like I had fleas burrow into my feet and I had to dig them out and I'm like hours away from a hospital. I had appendicitis when I was like 4 hours away from a hospital, and like
how come
these things we don't have here?
How come Peace Corps does that? It feels like, come on, you know what's going on, Peace Corps.
It sounds crazy, but there's so many good things to it. But it's just the crazy Peace Corps experiences that we all share together, and we trauma bond together. We get really close.
That's what it is.
And then we share these stories with other people, and it's so natural to us. It's like, how was your diarrhea last week? They're like, oh, what sickness, disease do you have this week? And like, did you cry the other day too because of your students? And it's just so normal to us that when we say these stories, it's like, oh yeah, I guess it's not that normal.
There is a Peace Corps bond, like a brotherhood, sisterhood, because you've been through the same fire.
Yeah, shared trauma.
Bro, I mean, first thing, landing in Mozambique, so the Japanese JICA basically. Bro, tell me how come they never let me out of the airport until they gave me a shot. And I'm like, okay, what is in this needle?
They just gave you a random shot?
They brought it out of a cooler, my guy.
What the heck?
The freaking igloo cooler, go fishing kind, like a cooler. And then they're saying some shit. I was like, okay, is this even like legit? I had my shot listing. It turned out it was like a malaria thing or something.
Yeah, we had to take prophylaxis.
But those pills too give like, at least all the girls were like, my period is messed up. I have nightmares. It's crazy. I'm like, this is just to live here. You're not even talking about the work yet.
Every day, every week, you gotta take it. So there's Doxy, there was Mefloquine, which I took, and there's something else. But like the Doxy, like would give you you're sensitive to the sun, so you'd get like sunburn, or like this one, some people, they call it a doxy burn or doxy hole, where it would like burn a hole into like your throat or chest. So I didn't take that. That was a daily one. I took the methylquin, which they used to give to the military back in the days, but they stopped because it would give people night terrors.
Yeah.
Luckily, I didn't take, because it's stronger. It has a longer half-life too. So you take it once a week. I took that. I never got night terrors. I think I had vivid dreams, and it might have messed up my sleep a little bit, but I think my perspective, I'm so positive, and like I would be trying to get killed in my dream and whatever. But I was like, this is so fun. I'm like, ooh, zombie apocalypse. Yeah. Like, I think I looked at it differently, so it never bothered me.
Please do the Madagascar episode, bro. And
Yes.
when you do, who's going to be the guest?
I don't know. I mean, my host mom is over there. I love her. She speaks English, so
Perfect.
maybe it could be some people, or maybe another Peace Corps volunteer.
How do you?
I don't know.
Since I'm there already, like, how do you choose your guests?
People ask me this all the time, and I know you guys talked about it on, I think it was maybe the Still Friends show.
Yeah.
It's basically people I've seen growing up, or I've maybe had an interaction with them that I really liked. But basically I say it's, influential people that are doing, cool things. And it was a little tricky in the beginning because I would feel pressure to talk to certain people, especially when they came on.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, it's my podcast. I just want to talk with whomever I want to talk with. So, like, I did a Pokemon episode. I know it's not going to get a lot of views because everybody likes the Kamaka episodes.
Yeah.
But that was cool. I loved it. I got to interact. I got to meet the guy who sang the Pokemon theme song, and that gave me, recognition in the Pokemon community. So I think there's strategy to it. Like, some episodes are like for me. Some episodes are for the people. Some episodes are more strategy to grow.
Yeah.
So I think it's a mixture.
What about, like, on this topic? Taisei's going to have more podcast questions too, but for me, one of the biggest eye-opening sort of revelations doing it is having an intentional conversation with someone is just something that's lacking today. Because we make our own ideas about people based off of pieces.
Yeah, tiny clips.
But when you get the whole person, the body language, the eye level, everything, the handshake, like you mentioned, I was like, bruh, this is actually, and you're 33, so you still have one foot.
Half and half.
1 foot in that pre-digital world that we live in, right? So you get that. But for, like, my niece, for example, is in high school right now. Like, that's all she knows is pieces of people. And so that in-person part, having, like, us texting before doing this, having that run-in to each other in the real world, like, I like that part.
I love it.
I like that part, and having the longer conversations, even though it's only 1-2 hours, whatever. But on that note, like, I know you do live shows as well, but what do you think Keep It Aloha Pod is going to be in a couple years, or what is the goal for yourself?
Yeah, good question. I that's kind of where I'm at now. We're coming up on 5 years, and I'm really getting into just turning this into a community, like a brand. It's not just a podcast. Keep It Aloha podcast is the podcast. There's a Keep It Aloha card show coming up, which is our first time trying to do events for the community, and we have our merch, and maybe we'll have a scholarship one day. We have our Keep It Aloha Foundation too, and so I just kind of want the mindset and the lifestyle of keeping it aloha to be spread around the world, not just Hawaii. And I just feel like aloha can help a lot of people, and keeping it aloha
is more than podcasting.
Yeah. It's I read about it in my book. It's just like it's a lifestyle. It's a mindset. It's not just 3 words.
What kind? Just because recently we seen Brother Kamaka over here busting verse on the Hawaiian Hammer Challenge.
Hammer, Hawaiian Hammer. Podcast host? Nah, it's Kamaka, flock of flame. This song was really catchy, so I had to spit some game. I'm a hybrid local boy, no let the Yoda Oko chain, but my trouser is a 10, so it's pretty much the same. I am not a rapper and I cannot sing on beat, but at least I can use nunchucks without knocking out my teeth.
I was gonna say, the Hawaiian Hammer verse, open verse. I see.
I'm a kook.
No, but you know what I liked about that was what you put the caption out, like, I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
But I know, what kind of rap do you listen to?
So my brother always teases me because growing up I wasn't into like the Hawaiian stuff. Like I didn't listen to Hawaiian music. I loved rap, Tupac, Tribe Called Quest, Kool and the Gang.
Yeah.
Like I love the old
some
school.
old
that
schools,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I love that. You know, it's just
Okay.
like that style of rap. Like I said a hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, like I love that time.
So not like recent.
I don't really know any, like my music I listen to on Spotify is like the same like songs I've had for like the last couple of years, and then just country.
Country then?
Yeah, I love country. The couple of years ago I just started to listen to so much country, and like that's basically all. And then we listen to some, you know, like anime theme songs and stuff like that. But yeah, I loved old school. So I was always an old soul. Like I would listen to Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff like that.
Bro,
Yeah.
what about like, I would say, I don't know, Hawaiian or Jawaiian?
Well, I know all of them, you know,
Yeah.
probably with the Kikai Boys and, you know, Icon, like all those in Hilo and listening to them. I know all the songs and I hear it and I enjoy it. And I do listen to it from time to time. It just kind of depends on my mood.
I wonder, because do you incorporate, I know, like, for example, you said the Blue Note show, that's when we first met in person, I think.
Yeah,
and Seven Sons was, what do you say, the guest?
Yeah.
And then it performed. I love that combination of podcast or talk story and then performance.
Yeah. That's going to be our new format.
Please do more of that. And you know, I mean, this studio is only this big, but it's something that I've always wanted to do, as far as like, bruh, if we're just megaphones for someone else, we can incorporate a little bit of talk story and then performance. And that's the first time I felt like, bruh, this is it. The podcast / show recipe. I would love to see more of that. Whether we do it, you do it, we'll be there.
We all do it.
We all do it.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot.
At the same time, on the same stage together.
Bro.
Kako.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah. No, I'm like I'm very competitive, but when it comes to just like business and like working together, our community, I'm like the least competitive people. I'm like, here, have all my secrets.
Hey, well,
this is exactly how I do it. Take it. I don't care.
What are you competitive in? Like, what sports you play?
I grew up playing soccer, football, basketball. I started playing basketball when I moved to Oahu.
What happened with your injury, bro?
I had something called, I grew up with something called bipartite patella, where my kneecap didn't fuse growing up. So it's in two pieces like this.
Oh, okay.
So I can send you an X-ray if you want to put up on this. But basically, it's asymptomatic. So I knew about it my whole life. Sometimes I'd wear like this little brace thing. But over the last couple of years, I was like really active, like playing soccer, surfing, working out at F45. I ran a marathon. And then it just got really bad. So fluid was building up in between. So they either had to take it out or put screws in.
Yeah.
So they put two screws in. And I had surgery about 1.5 years ago. And it's still not completely fused. And then while I was getting this checked out, I also had shoulder pain because I separated my shoulder in college too from playing soccer. And then I just always had issues like surfing would get sore, but I just pushed through the pain. Working out, I just pushed through the pain. You know, stupid stuff. But I used to do like backflips off slack lines and stuff.
Okay.
But anyways, so I got this checked out and I had a torn rotator cuff and labrum. So I got both surgeries done back to back, and I just been recovering for the last 2 years.
I see, because I seen you was doing like my first pull up in 2
years.
years.
I tried to do
and I was thinking, bro, what happened? You know? And
yeah.
I think the reason I bring that up is because to see your body at work, and we've been talking about what you do as a full-time podcaster, the stuff you don't see, bro, it takes a toll on your body.
Oh yeah, I've been in physical therapy twice a week for the last 2 years.
So I'm like, he is working, and maybe he worked himself into injury, or maybe he's just that obsessive kind of guy who just worked through the pain.
Yep.
But what do you feel like the connection is between your mind and your body?
Oh, it's like my mind is so strong. Like when even when I would run and work out, like I didn't have this mindset growing up in high school, or else I think I would have been a better athlete. I was good. I was on the all-star teams, like playing soccer, and you know, I wasn't even supposed to play football here. I was just training here for the summer, and they're like, you should stay over here and play with us. And so that's why I stayed. But I never had that like killer, like I want to be better than you. I always felt bad because I was so nice. Like if I hit somebody, like if I was cracking back the linebacker and I laid him out on a screen or something, I'd feel bad. So I never had that. It wasn't until I got older when I was like, yeah, like I want to be better than you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess I'm competitive with myself, and like I just know what the quote that always sticks with me is like, you know, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't want to work hard. And you could be more talented than me, you could have a lot more than me, but there's nobody that's gonna work harder than me. Like if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm impeccable with my word. Like if I say I'm gonna pay off $50,000 of student loans in 1 year without a job, and I'm just gonna do odd jobs and for a year, then I'm gonna do it, and nobody's gonna stop me.
You did that.
I did that.
You did that.
I did $53,757 of student loans in 11 months. So with the Peace Corps, the confidence from that, surviving cyclones and appendicitis and classrooms full of kids and whatever, and then coming back and being able to pay off my loans and connect with the community, and then starting my business Hawaiiverse and the podcast, I'm like, whatever I do, I go full into it. Same with this Pokemon, man. I have an addictive personality. So I'm like, now nobody is going to be better than me. I mean, you can be better than me, but nobody's going to work harder than me. That's what I know for sure. So that's what I'm competitive. Like, I'm not trying to be better than you guys. I'm not trying to be better than Joe Rogan. I'm just trying to do me in the best version that I know how to do. And that's what I do.
And who's there to support you?
I mean, my family's very supportive. You know, just verbally, and I do most of the work myself. It's just me and Jordan, basically. We do everything. So it takes up a lot of time. I'm trying to scale right now. I'm trying to bring on my brother and stuff. But you know, my girlfriend's always there if I need something. My family's there if they help me out at events if I need. So I got a beautiful community and very, very, very supportive people in my life, and very blessed with that. And even our online community and people, you know, colleagues like this, I think it's really cool. Yeah.
Dope, man.
Yeah. I gotta do this because when you were talking about like bars and music, and I was thinking about this because I was listening. I didn't understand the pun, BrotherLee.
Okay.
Until I heard it. I was like, BrotherLee Time. Yeah, brother, and your last name's Lee. But I didn't understand BrotherLee until you guys said it. But then it reminded me, so like I used to like write a lot of poems, and like because I just like rhymes.
Okay.
Because from me listening to rap and stuff. And one of my books I want to write is called Pun Intended.
Okay.
Because I love puns. So I have this poem. It's incomplete. I don't even know how it's gonna go, but it's something like Lee. It's about puns of Lee.
Oh.
So I was like, I have to share it with you guys.
Yes, please.
I'm just trying to look. I don't even know what it's
Gladly.
called. Exactly.
Gladly.
Exactly. It's like that. Let me type in Gladly. Maybe that'll pop up in my notes.
That's funny. That during the brainstorm session from Taisei Discovers to BrotherLee Time, I had a whole list of puns too.
Really?
Because I mean, it fits nice, huh?
Yeah. Oh, what is it? I don't know how to look for this. Lovely.
No worry.
Are we about to take a break or something?
No. Like,
okay.
Well, I don't want to. One more thing, and then Ty can come on.
Okay. I gotta share this with you guys. But do you guys do you take a break when you switch, or you
small break?
Okay,
yeah.
I can look for it on the break then.
Okay.
I don't want to waste too much time.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
Okay.
BrotherLee. Well,
BrotherLee.
I do have a question about this Pokemon stuff here. It's something huge that came up. I feel like 2020, 2021, NFTs, freaking cards, collectibles. Everybody was raving about it. Tell me what's the draw, man? We can bust one pack maybe. Shout out to Scotty who hooked it up with some of these. Taisei can go more deeper with you, but bro, what is the draw with this?
Well, so my theory is that we grew up with this in the 90s. It came out in the 90s, the show, the cards, late 90s. So, you know, when we were young, we used to buy the packs, we used to rip it. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to steal Yu-Gi-Oh cards from Walmart, and we got caught because our neighbor told us like, hey, you can go to this one section of Hilo Walmart, and then they don't have cameras over here in the toy section. You put them in. So we used to steal Yu-Gi-Oh cards. This was like in 2nd or 3rd grade. I was really young, so I was following the older people. We had choke Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We got caught one time when my mom she had us and our five kids with her.
Good, bro.
It was like, oh yeah, she was like one of the worst days of her life, and you know we had to like empty our pockets and like even when we were going into the back to the security room, I was like, I still got more. So like we would go like have soccer games.
Yeah.
And we'd go, oh, can we go Walmart, use the bathroom or something? And because it was right, the cards were right next to the bathroom. And we just go to the bathroom, get some packs, go to the toy section. We had our compression shorts. We just slide it right into the compression shorts, walk out. But that was the last time I ever stole stuff. We were like banned from Walmart for a year. We had to pay like a $70 fine. But never stole anything since, besides the hearts of America.
There you go.
But so there's the aspect of nostalgia.
Okay.
That, you know, we grew up with Pokemon. We love it. There's also the gambling side of it, which us Hawaii people, we love. So that's the aspect I love. That's why I rip. Kamaka rips, you know.
Yeah.
There's the investing side of like getting these, holding it for a couple years. This is you probably bought it for $30 and you hold it for a year, it's probably $60. You hold it for a couple years, it's like $200. You know, so there's the investing side. You know, Pokemon has been doing better than the stock market in the last couple of years. So there's all those aspects of it. And then when you factor in, we are the adults now that grew up with it, that have a little money, so we can buy these things for ourselves.
Yeah.
And now we have kids, we can do it with our kids, get it for them, and then the cycle continues. So that's why it's like coming back and it's super hot. A lot of people got into it during COVID as well.
Right.
I just got into it a couple months ago.
So yeah, I know you got Kamaka rips.
Yeah.
I seen you at the Nulua in Kolina ripping one pack.
Yeah.
This is my first rip, bro.
Never ripped.
I don't know what, like, is there a
well, keep that for you guys. Maybe could you have kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like have your kids open it. I brought something for you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the good ones.
No, same one. I brought 3 just for us to rip.
Oh.
It's just a blister pack.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't want to take care. I want to give it to your kids. Give it to your kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are we trying to rip it right now?
Oh, rip one with me and rip one with
Okay.
Ty.
Here, this is a little promo card.
And what are we looking for? The shinies.
So there's a chase cards, right?
Yeah.
So there's I'll show you. So
Okay.
here we go. We'll see this. So it's fun ripping it too. You know, you like get a little puka at the top like this,
Okay.
and then you just open it. And these modern packs, you know, you just take this one out. This is just like a player's card. We like to guess the energy, my girlfriend and I. So I'll go with Psychic. Psychic. Purple is Psychic. Should I guess?
Water.
Okay.
What is that? Fire.
Fighting. We said power to the people. Yeah. And then we hold it up, and then you kind of just like do this. And then the first cards are just common cards. It's playable. Like people play the game. And then you come to the shiny ones, which is the holographics. And then usually, oh look, that's a pretty good one. You get like a full art. You're looking for the full art stuff. So these are just regular cards, but you want to look for the ones that.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll know if it's good.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. Any hitters or what?
No. So it'd be in the last 3 slots would be
Okay.
the big hits.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you didn't get anything. You got cooked. That's
Bruh.
what the kids would say. You got cooked. But that's the appeal of it, is like you're chasing that big card. You know, there's cards that are worth a couple $100. You know, there's God packs which, you know, $1,000 of worth of cards. So it's like there's that aspect.
I get the investment aspect part of it.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So some people,
Okay.
it's always smarter to keep it sealed. But ripping it's for fun, you know.
Yeah. Make good content.
And we're having our card show May 2nd and 3rd at the Salt Kakako at the bar, and it's free for everybody. It's a community give back, because, you know, I got into the hobby and people are so nice to me. Usually vendors are charged for their tables, but we're keeping it free for everybody just because, you know, everybody's been so nice to me. And like I said, you got to share the aloha.
Nice.
But I found it.
You found it. All right.
It's called the Lees.
Damn.
Okay.
Bro.
I don't even know when's the last time. This was in November 2021.
Meant to be.
I
Okay.
wrote this in 2021. I haven't
Okay.
even touched it, so I don't even know if it's complete. But I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
It might just have some random things that don't make sense.
Let's hear it.
Let me introduce you to the Lee family.
Damn.
They might not be in your circle, but they've always been around. First, there is Funny Lee, who acts like a clown. Then there is Sad Lee, who only wears a frown, but has a twin named Happy Lee, who turns it upside down. Madly is in love. Madly in love is Lovely's favorite sight. unless loudly screams and wakes Sleepy Lee up in the middle of the night. The Lee family is pretty chaotic. Crazy Lee would confess how smartly passes every single test, and stupidly, well, he tries his best. Bad Lee is the biggest troublemaker. Good Lee, ironically, has bad grammar. Bravely, and if you see it, it makes sense. Bravely is the biggest risk taker. Cowardly won't even climb up a ladder. It's always a sight to see when beautiful Lee poses with Daily. Everyone wants to be like perfectly, although no one has ever seen him. They fight and they yell, push buttons fast like swiftly, but even when they want to, they never give up quickly. And they don't always get along, and each has a unique personality, but no matter their life, their differences, they will always be a family. It's kind of like a Dr. Seuss, like...
Bars! Nah, hey, bro.
Thank you, Kamaka.
What a turn of events. I mean, that was 5-ish years ago, bro.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 5 years ago. Yeah.
Damn.
That's 5 years.
And he made a poem out of it. I just made a list, but that's thank you for that.
Yeah, I was thinking of how to add BrotherLee in it, like something like their love is something you can't see, thicker than water, brotherly or something like that. Yeah.
Brother, thank you. Before my brother,
Yeah.
my brother Lee comes on, I wanted to do a little exchange.
Oh yes.
Because I'm fresh off that Hilo high, and I want to learn just maybe a phrase or two in Hawaiian. And then in exchange, I can offer my level of Japanese, like a one phrase for you.
Please.
Yeah.
As long as I walk back in and you say "Irashaimase."
Yeah. Irashaimase. You gotta take them up.
Yeah.
Irashaimase.
So I was thinking of there's so many things, and there's so many things I could teach you. There's words, there's phrases, there's olelo no eao. I think that the easiest, the simplest, the one that's very impactful is makahana kaike.
Makahana kaike.
Perfect. Makahana kaike, and basically it means in doing we learn. And I think that's just like the motto of my life. I never had anything figured out. I was never completely ready in doing whatever I'm doing. But makahana kaike, and like just do it and you're gonna learn.
That ike is ike, right?
Ike is like knowledge.
The ike.
And it could be, but so makahana, like hana is work. So in the doing is where you learn, is where the knowledge is.
Actually, I've heard this is a popular one. I feel like I've heard this.
It's a popular one, makahana kaike, but it's one that everybody should know. And I can teach you some other ones, but I feel like that's like the very simple one, and it's like you can share that with anybody. It's like makahana kaike, like that's how you learn. Like just do it.
That's like when the group is there, nobody knows what to do. Somebody just bust that one out.
You learn while you're doing it, right? The journey is the destination is the journey. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shoot, I gotta match that. What do you know already, Japanese?
Oh, I just know a lot of words. So I don't try to learn the language on Duolingo. The only way I can learn is if I'm immersed in it.
Okay.
So unless I lived in Japan for like a couple months, I wouldn't even be close to fluent. But I just learned I know shiro and akai and boshi and
some nouns,
random stuff, and like watashi no and how to say where you live. But then I know it's not colloquial. So I could say the things I learned, but then I'll be insecure because I don't know if people actually say it like that.
I'll teach because I was gonna just do on sentence and useful phrase, but I think Ian bust out the makahana kaikes, so I gotta do a little course change here. I'll give you one that's called it's a yojijuku. What yojijuku? Yojijuku is basically 4 characters.
Okay.
It is a set of all these 4 character sayings. 4 characters, like kanji characters.
Okay.
And there's a lot of them, but one that's I think timely for what we're doing right now is ichigo, ichie. So ichi is 1, right? So there's 2. It basically means, like you'd write it, ichigo, ichie. And we all know ichi is 1. But it speaks to, it's so hard to translate these things into English.
Yeah.
But if I were to elaborately explain it, it's kind of like let's put some respect and value on this meeting that we have. Like today, we're meeting, right?
Yeah.
We are meeting in person and we're seeing each other. There's a face-to-face piece of it. The same space, same air, we breathing and we sharing together. So that happens once. And let's preserve that and put some respect. And in a way, like, let's respect this meeting. Correct me in the comments, Japanese speakers out there, but that's how I internalize it, is what is that called? Impertinence. Like the impertinence of this one time, one place that we share together. Let's
That's so
respect
cool.
that. Let's love it. So Ichigo, Ichie.
Ichigo Ichie.
Yeah.
Ichigo Ichie. I know
So-
Ichigo Daifuku.
Yeah, Ichigo also, it sounds like strawberry.
Yeah.
But
so that's easy to remember. Ichigo Ichie.
Ichie.
Yeah.
Like once in a lifetime is another way I've heard people translate it, but there's a deeper meaning to it.
Yeah, I love that. Mahalo for sharing that.
No, mahalo.
I mean, arigato. But have you heard of 544?
What is that?
544?
Goshishi.
Goshishi, yeah.
I know.
That's the shishi rake.
The locals.
Yeah,
kind.
yeah.
Now, mahalo.
Mahalo to you.
I'm gonna jump off and let Taisei get on.
Yeah, before you get off, because I wanted to ask the
Oh,
both
yeah,
of you
oh,
the
yeah,
same
that's-
questions.
yeah.
So I wanted to know what you admire the most about your brother.
Ooh, this guy. Well, he is a
I'm
host
listening.
with the most.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a two-part answer to that,
Yeah.
right? Because the first part is Kenji's answer, young Kenji's admiration of Taisei. Because as a child, the younger child, right? There was the literal, like, look up to him, right? He's a grade before me. He's older than me. He's sort of leading the pack at home. He is also the oldest male at home because single mother household. So there was the admiration's built in already. He's the male figure closest to me. I spend the most time with, and he's also taking risk, getting in trouble. You know, getting in all the trouble. And so I would observe. That's why I think I'm so observant, is because I would watch my brother just do all kinds of shit, basically. and I would be like, oh, if you do that, that's no good. If you do that, mom gonna say this. If you do that, the neighbor's seen them and they're gonna tell mom. And so I was super observant, and I felt it's because I had a model like Taisei in my life. So I kind of just sit back, fly on the wall, watch what happens, and then learn, right?
Good or bad?
Good or bad?
Yeah.
Because good too, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, if he did that, that was amazing. Soccer, we grew up playing on the same soccer team, at least at Campbell.
Yeah.
Same thing. So I feel like having a role model that was that close to me in our house, at school, on the soccer field, whatever, almost in place of a father, you know, the father figure. So there's just that kind of built-in admiration there as a kid, young, maybe even into young adulthood. But the second part is, as a father, he became a father before me. And like by 2-3-ish years or something. And then I became a father and I moved back home to Hawaii. So now, as a father who moved back home, and my brother's also a father at home, there's a new lens that I look at the world through. Not just with this project. Like this whole project, all this BrotherLee Time, Taisei Discovers, whatever, like that's just a small window into the brotherly connection that we have. And so now, at this stage in our life, a new admiration has sort of been built, which is there's still the risk-taking part, you know, like taking a shot. Take a shot for something. But then we complement each other so much because there's things that he does that I don't know if it's just not built, it's not part of my DNA, but the ideas and vision that he has over all the years of him growing up, being in contact with so many people here in Hawaii, his understanding, his emotional intelligence, long way to say emotional intelligence. I admire his emotional intelligence, how to communicate with people, how to run teams, how to communicate ideas, how to mediate. Maybe this person doesn't get along with this person thinks this about this person. And all that stuff translates well to social media. So even with the rollout of our reels, for example, I mean, you see, like we have an episode, but then we leak, not leak, but we kind of have a slow drip of reels leading up to the full episode release.
And so one example is the order and sequence of that release of reels. Are we going to start on this note and then take it to that note? Oh, guess what? This second reel in this series got this kind of reaction. Let's throw a little audible and put this reel next. So that kind of reading the room, reading the crowd. In some ways, you could say he's an extrovert. I'm an introvert because I do a lot of work up here, thinking, and then with my hands that you don't see. But he's doing a lot of work face to face with the people, even face to face, but screen to screen, however you like say this, right? Like emotional intelligence is on a whole nother level. And so I do take notes from that. And I think we just complement each other because you kind of have two strikers, or you know what I mean? Well, I mean, you can, but it's nice when you have a good center mid, nice winger. So it really feels like teamwork. This is teamwork in a grown-ass man, 40-year-old chapter of life.
I love it. I love it. I love that you guys have this, your own unique strengths and abilities, and that you can do it together. I mean, because, you know, working with family, if you have a good relationship with them, is the greatest, you know? And you both have skin in the game. Like, this is yours. This is your baby. You know, for me, like, I pay Jordan to produce my podcast. Yeah, he probably, you know, has some emotion for this podcast, but like, if anything happened, or like, he's not trying to help me take it to the next level, you know, he's just like, he give me advice here and there, but like, it's just, you know, in that sense, it's transactional. Our relationship outside of podcasting is not transactional, but like, I understand that I don't have a partner to do this with, you know, so like, it's nice that you can go through this together and bounce ideas off of each other, soundboard off each other. So I'm envious of that. And, you know, hopefully I'll have my GM or my partner for doing the podcast one day. Right now it's just me doing all the work. Yeah.
We'll keep doing it, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
We support you. We love you.
Appreciate it.
And I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
Awesome. Yeah. I hope so. We got to do this more, even if it's without the mics.
Yeah. Ketai.
Fricka, you made me cry.
This channel exists because we protect creative freedom. That also means we grow slower on purpose. If you're someone who thinks long-term and wants to help fuel what we're building without hijacking it, fill out the connect form on our website listed below. We check every submission, and if it makes sense, we'll reach out. Thanks for watching. Back to the episode.
Well, thanks for getting me emotional right before I interview you.
You're welcome. That's what I do. I love talking about our feelings.
Yeah. And you know what? I just want to start with Kamaka. I respect you a lot more now. I saw you open up in a way I haven't seen you open up.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's a testament to two professional linguistic masters playing communicative tennis. And as I'm back there behind the boards and I'm watching, I'm experiencing greatness, Hawaiian greatness. And that's really, I think because of the humble nature of the type of people, our archetype is humility, love, aloha, and like you said, peace, bro. That really resonated with me because I'm all about peace as well. But the emotion that you talked about and that you speak of resonated with me. And I think that's something that I've always noticed in all of your podcasts. The question that you just asked Kenji, I want you to ask me now because it's kind of fresh and I'm a little emotional. Perfect. So can we open up with that?
Totally, I would love to. I was just saying off the podcast that anytime my guests can get vulnerable and, you know, share emotions like that, that's when I feel accomplished as a host. Yes. Not that I want to see people cry, but I love when people are vulnerable because it inspires other people to be more vulnerable. What do you admire the most about your brother?
Well, Kenji gave a two-part question, and he talked about adolescence, and then he talked about the present. When I was younger, I don't know if I would call it admiration, but I had a different type of respect. He said he looked up to me, but now I look up to him, like physically, because he's 6'2", I'm 5'10". But when I was smaller, his ability to look past my anger that I held within and took out on him was something that I only understand how strong and fortified his spirit is now. So I admire that in hindsight of how I treated him, how he reacted, and unconditionally was always there for me. So little backstory, my mother, when she had me, I think about when I was 1 year old, her and my father were going through turmoil, and she was literally figuring out when she was going to leave him. There are a couple things that happened where she just knew. I was like, I can't be with this man anymore. But she just had me. She wanted a brother for me, a sibling of some sort. And so she knew she was going to leave my father and intentionally had another child for me. So I had someone.
Wow.
She had Kenji. I was blessed with Kenji. And as I was going through my childhood trauma, my complexes, my insecurities, he was always there for me and nurtured me in a way that I cannot say I've experienced since. How awesome is it to have a younger sibling that unconditionally loves me or loves you? I'm grateful for that. Because I did, like he said, I kind of went off the beaten path. I tested my situations a lot. I tested my mother. I tested life, my friends, everybody around me. But he was always the one constant in my life. So for that, I respect him. Moving on to current day, Kenji was the one that encouraged me to jump on camera for Taisei Discovers.
Wow, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, just because you were Taisei Discovers, I always thought of you as just like the natural in front of the camera. I do this all the time.
No, you know, oddly enough, I'm a natural host. I'm a natural people person. I'm a natural glue for a lot of social situations. But being in front of the camera was not something that was natural for me. It might appear a little bit natural, but he's the one that said, go. I was going through a really hard time. And he was like, just go, talk about wine. So this started about wine. I'm an intro level sommelier. So I'm really into that. And I spoke on it, and the passion oozed out of me on camera. He edited it up. We threw it out there, and it in a small way went viral. So that was kind of, you know, the infancy of Taisei Discovers. But he recognized that I was going through such a hard time in life that he encouraged me to jump on a platform so I could build my confidence again.
We'll have an outlet as well.
Yes. This is an outlet. Like you said, being vulnerable and whatnot. So
It's
I
therapy.
owe, to this day, he's still there for me in the way that my mom intended before he was
So
born.
cool.
So for that, Kenji, I love you. And I'm so grateful to be like in this passion project that is having like loads of impact on not just Hawaii, but the people of Hawaii and the world.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my answer. Mahalo
cool.
nui, brother.
Yep.
What? No tears? What? It wasn't good enough for you, huh?
He's not emotional, bro.
That's beautiful. I love your two relationships, and I'm very proud. It's always weird for me to say I'm proud of people older than me because as a growing up in Hawaii, it's like the respecting, right? Like uncles or parents and people just older in general, like older brothers, older siblings. They say they're proud of the younger person, but I meet all these people that I admire and I look up to, and I'm like, I'm so proud of you. Like parents and like people are elder. I feel like they don't hear that as much as like, you don't hear a kid saying, I'm so proud of you, mom. I'm so proud of you, dad.
Yeah.
Like,
You know why? I think because they didn't say that to us a whole lot. That generation, like you were talking, there was a skip generation. There's a lot of things that came with that. And one of it was outwardly expressing your love. You know, it was rare. My mother did, I love you boys and whatnot.
Yeah.
But think about the hardened men that we grew up with. A lot of them interpreted emotional awareness as weakness. You know, and a lot of the women from that generation, and that all trickles down to some of the people in our generation. But I think that we're stewards of emotional intelligence.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, you know, I do want to ask you this too. So what have you learned from watching us on BrotherLee Time? And then I want to share what I've learned from watching you.
Okay. I think the level that you perform at is very high. I think you're a really good speaker. Like you speak like like when you speak, I get the same, and this is not a racial thing, like Barack Obama, like how he's a very good speaker.
Yes.
Like I get that from you, like the timing, the cadence, the I guess just like how you kind of there's a natural flow, but you're never rushed, but it's very thought out and articulate. I love that. And same with Kenji. I think it's a little bit more like brother, like talking stories. Like I can feel like you could leave the keynote speech and like we're kind of on the side talking stories and like on the panel. But I feel like you are a leader, which makes sense because you're a GM, right?
Yes.
So I just feel like there's a lot of things that we do in life that reflect the other roles that we play in life, right? It's like how you do anything is how you do everything, right? So the way you speak, you lead. You can lead the podcast, you lead your restaurant, you lead other people. And as us, I think we're probably more similar in the sense where we've done all this travels, we've interacted with so many people, we can exist in so many areas, so many spaces. And I get that with you. And the both of you, how you have like this yin and yang kind of thing, where you just like, it's the perfect blend of like, I don't want to throw out too many adjectives, but just like, you just, it works.
Yeah.
Like it's a dream team. And to have that as, like I said, as brothers, that's so cool. Like my brother always comes to me with ideas, and he's into the One Piece and now with cards and stuff. So like we get to bond over that and stuff. Like, it's just, it's so cool. And I learn as I get older that not everybody has the same relationship with their family, their father, their mother, their step-parents, their siblings. And to see this and see how special it is, it's very inspiring, and hope other people can, have that same thing that you guys have, that I have with my siblings. And then just on the production side and how in-depth you go with the questions and you ask people, and just how loving you guys are. I think that's really like... That's what I try to do, just make people comfortable. And you guys do that very well from the day I met you.
Yeah.
Like I'm more reserved. Like I can interact with people easily and be brother, but like from day one, you're just like, you guys said hi to me like I knew you for 20 years. And I'm usually not like that. Like I wouldn't be the person to talk to somebody. I'll be like, if I'm at a party and I'm just like sitting here, if you talk to me, I'll talk to you, like no problem. But I wouldn't go up to somebody and be like, hey, so how's your night going? You like the food? Like I'm not that person. So yeah, there's a lot of things to look up to with the both of you and how you guys run this production and the passion that you have too. Yeah.
Thank you. It's good to hear that, especially from somebody that we respect. The thing that I learned from you was being composed for a prolonged period of time in a long conversation, through good situations and uncomfortable situations. Like I know you had one podcast with that woman that
Emma.
It was Emma.
Yeah, Emma.
And she was kind of gassing, you know what I mean? And I just saw clippets of it, but I want to talk about what you learned from that specific podcast, but your perseverance, bro, from like Hawaii Verse. I remember I was watching Chad Owens on there one time.
Hawaii Verse podcast.
Yeah, that was dope. But the evolution and how you were able to evolve yourself as a podcaster, as an interviewer, as a presence, as a thought leader. Because I was thinking, we're thought I'm not a self-proclaimed thought leader, but we do lead people to think bigger within themselves. We evoke emotion. We present the positive side of life and don't shy away from the what some would perceive as negative side. And you've done that really, really well. And I look at you as a professional in this industry. So like continue to inspire us. And I really feel this is an iron sharpens iron type of situation.
Sure.
Yeah. So the uncomfortable aspect of podcasting and interviewing somebody that maybe you weren't expecting that type of energy. How did that podcast with Emma shape who you are today?
Yeah, well, I think I was already shaped before that, which prepared me for that. Okay. Same with like all the online hate that I got at a certain point, like before that episode. It's like I said, I'm so comfortable in who I am. I know my intentions are good. I know people judge you based on your actions, not your intention. And we judge ourselves based on our intentions, not our actions. That's why I'm like, well, my intention is good. But everybody's judging me off the tiny clip that they see, that they didn't do enough research to learn more about me. And they didn't want to learn more. And like, I'm not trying to explain myself to people who only want to misunderstand me. Like, if that's what they need to do, like I said, that's their piece. But I was ready for that. Like, I've been to so many crazy things, especially in the Peace Corps, that nothing will faze me. Like, if you're telling me sticks and stones will break my bones, please break my bones, because I've had worse.
Yeah.
So, like, all that stuff, and I was happy. People reached out to me, like, during some of these, like, people trying to cancel me times. And they're like, are you okay? Like, I just want to check on your mental health. I'm like, I'm totally fine. I'm here watching Fire Force with my girlfriend. Like, I don't even care. Like, I'm happy it's happening to me because I can handle it. If it was happening to other people, they probably couldn't handle it. And they probably would get depressed, or they probably would be afraid to go back on social media and, just quit. But I've done enough hard things in life to know that I can get through hard things. And I've been so comfortable being uncomfortable for so long, since me moving to Oahu my senior year by myself. So that episode, it was more just like, I saw that there are a lot of people hurting. Yeah. I saw that Emma is hurting, and she's trying to find outlets to release that, and trying to find somebody to blame. And somebody needs to be the victim. Somebody needs to be the one who takes the blame. And I don't think she was mad at me. I just think that she is constantly going through that. And there are people that support her because they're looking for their own identity as well. And it's a lot of people who maybe are, in the minority. Maybe they are in the LGBTQ space, that they felt disrespected, and they have generational trauma that has not been dealt with. So when you see something and you don't know who it is, you're going to get triggered by that. So I understand my role in it and how context really matters. And, I've learned, at first in the podcast, I was like, I don't care if they don't want to watch the full episode and learn about it, then that's on them. Like, they can be mad at me, but the truth is right there. Like, if you don't want to do the research to know that mamaki isn't grown outside of Hawaii and say that they're growing mamaki outside of Hawaii, then that's on you. Like, so yeah, I learned that it's okay to disagree with people. And again, like, I already knew this. Like, I'm okay. Like, people can have different opinions. You can like blue, I can like green, whatever it is, even though I actually like blue. I should have said that. But so doing that, I got so many messages, and like, people would be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said I would have false cracked her. And like, people saying like that, I'm like, that she needed that. Like,
is it possible that mamaki tea is grown outside of Hawaii and with a different name?
I'm not sure. I think it's indigenous to here. Not that I know of, but because I think just a certain climate. And plus, mamaki is a native Hawaiian plant. I don't think really other people really grow it. But I don't know. But I know it's, for the most, my dad grew. We grew up with him growing mamaki. But yeah, I just was like, it was definitely a time where it tested my keep it aloha. Yeah. Like, how do I keep it aloha? Because my patience, because there's a lot of things disrespectful about that I took very personally. Like, I didn't realize she was on live while we were doing the podcast, and she was laughing at people talking crap about me on the
interesting.
And I was like, I invited you into my space. I gave you this platform, because like, the thing is, once you get a platform and it's big enough, everybody wants to hate until you ask them to come on. They say yes. Yeah. So it's one of those. It's like, okay, you're hating on me, talking crap, but at first, as soon as I asked you to come on, you're like, okay. And then you use my platform, you share what you, I give you space, I amplify your voice, you share your ideologies, even though I don't agree with them. You try to question everything that I say, and I'm just like, it was not a good look for her. That's not saying like I have any ill will to her. I saw her in Kailua Central with her girlfriend at that time, shopping, say hi, and she just would keep making videos. I don't. It's one of those like, why are you so obsessed with me kind of things. I clapped back on her really big one time on social media. I haven't heard from her since.
I've seen you clap a couple times.
Yeah, when it's just like so ridiculous. Like, I'm just like, leave me alone. I'm really just trying to live my life. So I wish all these people the best, and I hope whatever they're doing, they're inspiring the people that need to be inspired. But just, you don't need to worry so much about what other people are doing. Just worry about what you're doing, and you're gonna get a lot further that way.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So, when it comes to podcasting, and earlier you and Kenji were talking about how, we're not gatekeepers, right? What is one tip that you have learned with your experience that you could kind of share with our viewers, maybe in their quest to podcast?
Yeah. I mean, my motto is always community over competition. I think I've always had the mindset of kako, since I was young. It was instilled into me, like, we're ohana. If you need help, I got you. If I don't even need to know you, I just met you, I got you. So with, knowledge and I think we're in a different generation too, because the people, they had to fight for their own. And it was like kill or be killed. It was like, if I don't have this, then I'm not going to feed my family. I think it's a little different because there's so many resources that we have now. And like, for example, like if we're just talking about making money, there's more ways to make money than there ever has been. So there's enough, even though it's a tough economy here, and like, okay, we have 1 million people in Hawaii. If you're taking this fraction of people, then that's people taking away from me. But I don't think like that. I don't think like me doing this is taking anything away from you. You doing that is taking anything away from me. If they want to watch my podcast, they can watch my podcast. Then maybe they'll watch your podcast. If they only want to watch your podcast, because we have different preferences in life. Like, I don't watch all the podcasts in the world. I don't support every single person in the world. It's all preference. It's all differences. So it's okay to share. And like I said in the earlier half of the podcast, like, I will share all my secrets with you, everything that I know. If you ask me anything, I will tell you how to do it. You can do it. You can do it better than me. But like I said, nobody's going to work harder than me. Like, if I tell you this is how I did it, and I basically share about it in my book, how I grew the podcast. Not everybody has a work ethic that's going to do it. I don't know how many people have messaged me or talked to me about starting a podcast. Out of all the people that messaged me or I got advice, not a single one of them has ever started a podcast. Wow.
So people are so critical online when you can criticize from the comfort of your couch, I did want to ask you, how many views would you say that you've had on Instagram alone? Estimate.
On Instagram alone, we have it in our media kit. I think in total, like
100 million, 200 million.
It might be close to 100, over 100 million.
That's amazing. So, I think for us, we're somewhere probably between 30 and 40 million.
That's a lot.
It is. And it's two years. We're in our third year now. There is a responsibility that comes with that type of viewership.
Totally.
I want to explain to you your ike on that responsibility.
Yeah, I think early on, I didn't understand that, and I didn't know that so many people listened to me or watched me. Not just me for my guests, but just on our podcast, and that I was a respected voice, a trusted voice in this community, and that's why people would get upset. I mean, even still today, it's going on 5 years, and people are mad. I didn't ask this question to Josh Green, or I didn't talk about this topic with another person. And I get it. But I'm going to do it my way, no matter what. And I have strategies and plans and ideas that I'm formulating and I'm doing in my head while you're just seeing this thing. So I'm doing everything. Just know that everything I do is for a reason. Like, why is this random Pokemon guy on the Keep It Aloha podcast? I thought you guys only talk about Hawaiian stuff. No, we don't only talk about Hawaiian stuff. And this is for another reason outside. This is also my vehicle that I use to do other things, to promote other things. So I just, I'm always going to just do things my way. And that's kind of just how I've made my life. If I've done what people told me to do, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Interesting. I like that. You got something?
Yeah, bro. So on that note, Josh Green,
Yeah.
for us, Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Lou.
Yeah.
But afterwards, me and my bro were talking about like, that was so new for us that, we're talking about the responsibility of having a platform. I personally felt like I wasn't hard enough. Like someone a public servant who was elected deserves a certain amount of scrutiny that I felt like I didn't deliver on. Like I should have been more like an interview on news or something. So that was one thing I felt where I'm like, okay, that's the place for improvement for me if I got to turn up the heat, so to speak. But I don't know how, like, you say just do it your way. Like,
yeah, I mean, so people are relying on me to be like, to have their side. People want to hear what they want to hear. So I've had things like, what? How come you didn't ask this? How come you didn't ask this? I'm like, this bill 153694. I'm like, I don't know that. Like, I open it up to social media questions.
Yeah.
You guys didn't ask, and it's not my fault. You didn't see it. Like, I opened it up for social media questions. Like, I want people to ask the hard stuff. Like, I'm okay with having the hard conversation, and I've had the hard conversation early on about identity and culture, and that's why people were gravitated towards this podcast. But with something like Josh Green, I don't really talk with politicians. I don't care about politics. It's not my.
Me too.
Like, when I came on, I'm like, I don't want to talk about politics. I want to get to know you. I want to know your character. I want people to see who you are. I mean, I'm trying to think of like how much I can say without exposing too much of just myself. Not like people, there's so many misconceptions. They're like, oh, did they pay you to come on? Did they tell you to say? They didn't screen anything. I'll say basically, they didn't screen any questions.
Wow.
They didn't like tell me not to ask anything. They were so chill about it.
That's amazing.
And I'm telling people right now, and people are going to hate this, but take away the title, take away everything you know about Josh Green, the governor. You sit down with this guy and you talk stories with him. There's no way you're leaving that be like, that's not a cool guy. That's not a nerdy dad that just wants to play video games and hang out with his kids. There's no way you have all this hate, but it's just a title that we hate on. So my goal for that interview, and I'm not saying I support him.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can say this. I didn't want to say this. I hope they don't see this, but I voted for BJ Penn. I voted for BJ Penn because I'm a Hilo boy. And regardless, Hilo boys till we die.
How do you think BJ would have done?
I don't think anybody running Republican will win.
Yeah.
So I voted for BJ knowing that he would not win.
Yeah.
But I cannot live life knowing that I didn't vote for the one guy from Hilo running for governor.
Yeah.
So that was a personal thing. So I'm watching these comments and stuff come in and be like, man, people are saying these things, but they do not know my background and history about certain topics. I guess I'll leave it very vague. It was just like a lot of the things people talked about it. I'm on their side. But people don't know that because as a host, I have to stay neutral. And my goal for that, I'm not going to do what Emma Koa did. Go to somebody else's house because they invited me to do it at the Capitol. I'm not going to go to their house, disrespect them in their hale.
I understand.
So I'm going to get to know him. I'm going to get to know these people and just let people come to their own conclusions. And there's time and places for people to ask the hard stuff. I didn't feel like I was the right person to do that at that time. And also the other perspective of it too that people don't understand is I'm a businessman. Like, I'm not trying to get anything out of them. Like, they're not going to pay me to do anything. Like, the state and government doesn't support I don't even trust the government. But think of it like this. Okay, I do this podcast. I'm on Brother with him. I grill him. I make him look bad. I might never be able to interview another governor in my life because they're like the Keep It Aloha podcast. They just made the governor look bad. I don't think people are looking at it from that perspective of like, I need to build this relationship. I'm all about relationships.
And you're really just presenting character.
Yeah,
right?
I tell people, this is your episode. You share whatever you want to share. I'm just here to guide the conversation. So, like, share what you want to share. I'm going to ask questions here and there, but the goal was not to talk about politics and all the other things and COVID and whatnot. I just didn't want to talk about that. Like at the end of the day, it's like, this is my podcast and I can talk about what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And yes, I understand our kuleana and our, what we need to do for the people. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who makes decisions. I'm the one that has to live with them. You're going to see this episode. You're going to go on with the rest of your life. And I'm the one that's going to have to stick with the decisions I made or didn't make.
You know what? That's curious that you say that I make the decisions. This is kind of my ethos when it comes to choosing guests, how I facilitate the conversation, the type of questions I ask, and how I want the interview to go. Sponsorship, that's a big thing. We're seeking sponsorship. We just got to we want it to align with who we are as BrotherLee Time. But does sponsorship with a megalith like Hawaiian Airlines or Kulo or Ranch, does that limit your voice?
That's a great question. And another misconception. Since day one, we'd be like, oh, did Texaco pay you to say that? Then whatever. I'm like, that's not how sponsorships work. They don't tell you what to say. They don't tell you who to interview, at least the way we structure it. My thing is like I need to have the authority to talk about whatever I want. If not, then we don't align. Because I'm not going to interview people I don't want to interview. I'm not going to talk about topics I don't want to talk about. So they basically just give you money for brand awareness. So to have their logo, to have an ad read, to promote something that's coming up, like Hawaiian Airlines, Merry Monarch shuttles. We say, hey, there's the Merry Monarch shuttles coming up. They don't tell us what to talk about. They don't tell us who to interview.
But if you say some outlandish shit, could they pull the deal?
They
or
could.
Would
They could, like when all the cancellations were happening, when we had Texaco, because people were like, Texaco, you're funding the Israel or something like that. I don't even know what it was. I'm like, did you know Texaco is the only locally owned gas station? Where was Aloha, Helen, and everybody else when the floods just happened? I saw Texaco handing out gas because they're local. At least locally owned, locally operated by Island Energy Services. But anyways, just people do your research. Talk about research. Do your research. I got sidetracked. What was
I was just talking about, like, is your voice limited?
Oh yeah, no, it's not ever. Since like they don't do that. Like when the cancellation happened, they just had to like talk about it because Emma was like, they basically, like, even with Shaka T, they had a meeting with me because she was spreading all these rumors. And I was like, no, I got you guys back. Like, I already, because they'd be like, hey, we just wanted to explain to you, like, this is actually how the operations go. And I was like, no, you're good. Like, I know my dad grows mamaki. I know how it works. So it's kind of more like that, just like damage control. And people just checking it. But like it's 2-3 years removed from that. Nothing has happened. Aloha is the best. I love them so much. Shout out to Frank, Robert, the Morgan Ohana. They're so cool. These guys, like, they just want to support. Like, they really just support me. I'm like, I'll do this. They're like, yeah, whatever. And they don't. Again, just this bottom line, they do not tell us what to do or what to say. Like,
what kind of advice would you give BrotherLee Time in our quest for sponsorship?
I would say make a media kit, get all the analytics, because the analytics is what sells. And then go through your immediate connections. Like for me, I did work with Shaka T before the podcast. I delivered some mamaki to Mauna Kea. For my race to 50K, my odd jobs, and we did like some community things with Shaka T. So I had that connection. So they were our first drink sponsor. And then I just kind of worked through my connections. And then from there, we started to reach out. At some point, people started to reach out. Same with podcasting, right? You got to reach out to the guest and eventually get so big, people ask to come on.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same with sponsorships. And then it's just more like, what aligns with what we want to do, because I don't drink, so I can't have alcohol sponsorships. I don't, I'm all about supporting local, so I want local sponsorships. Now it gets to a certain point where like not all the local businesses can afford what we think we're valued at. So maybe we got to go nationally, but it's a constant battle. Even me, we're always constantly looking for sponsors and trying to find the sweet spot, have meetings of like what we can do for them. But for you guys, show what you can offer them. So I think as entrepreneurs, because we're all entrepreneurs here, we try to fix problems. So when you're going to these organizations and businesses, be like, what problem do you guys have that we can solve? So is it brand awareness? Is it sales? Is it X, Y, and Z? So if they just, the best is if they just want brand awareness, they don't care about ROI, right? Because they just want to support, throw the logo up there, talk about them, integrate them into like the podcast ecosystem. And I would say start there, but yeah, you got to start small. I think most podcasts don't even make money for the first couple of years, right?
Yeah.
We just, we were kind of the only one that was doing it seriously and consistently. That's why we kind of took whatever was available. But I actually, I still have connections and sponsors that that I don't work with, that ask about other things. And I actually send you guys, Justin guys, your contacts to them before. I don't know if they ever reached out. I'm guessing not.
Not yet.
Okay, because they were looking at trying to sponsor like a bunch of different podcasts, and I mentioned I sent all the links to everybody's podcast.
Thank you, Kamaka.
So I don't know if they ever reached out.
Mahalo.
Maybe I'll follow up with them. Yeah, because like I said, there's enough food on the table for all of us to eat. They might not. Yes, we have. I guess we're the most recognized podcast, but maybe we're not a fit for what they're looking for.
True.
And that's where all these other people come into play.
Hey, JLB, man. Shout out to Jamie O'Brien because his podcast is pretty huge.
Yeah,
you know?
and Nathan Florence and Koa.
Yeah.
They got a big one.
Yeah.
Bretman Rocks. Yeah.
Bretman Rock, yeah. Oh yeah, you did Bretman. Did you do Bretman?
I did Bretman a long time ago, yeah. So that's why I say I'm not Hawaii's biggest podcast, because there are Hawaii-based podcasts bigger than us, but they're kind of more celebrities. Like I crack up all the time because Bretman, he is so loved and so popular.
Yeah.
This guy didn't even have a podcast episode out. He just had an Instagram, and it had already like 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how you know you made it.
There's something about that community, right? The like homosexual LBGTQ. And they added a couple of other letters to it too. I think it's the whole alphabet just rearranged. But we got respect, and we just really want to humanize the people that may be the outliers of conventional society. And so that's why we did Joshy Boo recently. Some people are like, who the hell is Joshy Boo? But now you know Joshy Boo. That series, I think almost 500,000 views just on Instagram alone. Yeah. And we're like, wow, community shows up. That was pretty dope.
We're two brothers from Hawaii, and this channel is our opportunity to tell stories around the world. If you have a place, a city, an event, or a story that you think we should experience and you can help make the travel possible, there's a connect form in our site linked below. And if it makes sense, we'll reach out. Thanks for watching. Back to the episode.
You mentioned character earlier. And I really want people to get a better idea of who Kamaka is. Behind the camera, when the camera shut off and you go home, let's just start with what does it mean to be Hawaiian in 2026?
Yeah, I remember you asked Kuhao
I
this.
did.
And
I did.
Man, Kuhao is so awesome. His whole family is awesome.
So you're up next.
Well, yeah. But yeah, he gave. I'll probably give a similar answer where it's like it's changed, and I've asked this question so many times on the podcast. I don't ask it as much because a lot of the early questions that I asked on the podcast was genuine questions that I had for me trying to figure out my identity. And I've gotten enough answers and came to the conclusion that we all know nothing. Let's just say that. We there is no right or wrong. It's just different and different perspectives. So that's why my goal is just to get different perspectives. And you do what you want with that.
Yes.
Being Hawaiian in 2026 is what we're doing now. If you have the blood and you make something, that's Hawaiian made. If you have a podcast, this is a Hawaiian podcast. If you speak Hawaiian, if you are in the lo'i, you fish, you do Hawaiian things, that's awesome. But it doesn't make you more or less Hawaiian just because of that. Yeah, it gives you status. And I think that's what it is. And I think people have always misunderstood like my interpretation of Hawaiian just because of the clips that they've seen. I just think if you're trying to put off this persona of I am a Hawaiian this on my bio, but you're not doing anything in that realm, then I think you're just chasing clout and just using that status for fame. It's like more of a party trick to me. And I've never seen Hawaiian language or being Hawaiian as that. we could leave and we say we're from Hawaii, and they're like, "What? Oh, Hawaii," and then you're extra cool, right? And especially with the political ecosystem, they don't really associate us with America when we go abroad. So it's cool we have this differentiation of America and Hawaii, even when we go abroad, even though technically we're here. But then that's also a time for us to educate people on what a Hawaiian is and what a local is, and there's so many layers to it. But being Hawaiian is just, to me, the actions that you live by, and the things you do that make you feel Hawaiian, whatever that is, that's your own relationship to being Hawaiian. There's a couple answers. If you have blood, you are Hawaiian. I know so many people who aren't Hawaiian that have done so much for our community and our lahui than most Hawaiians have ever done. Hawaiians by blood. Then there's like the national Hawaiians, right? The Hawaiian nationals, where it's like, okay, they are born here, they have residency. Back in the day, they are Hawaiian national. So there's so many different layers to it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for me, as long as you are respecting the culture, you are giving back, like you are doing something to add to this Hawaiian community, then that's enough for me. And at the end of the day, no matter what I say, I'm just a guy talking in front of a mic. I'm more Portuguese than I am Hawaiian. I'm more Korean than I am Hawaiian. I'm more Japanese than I am Hawaiian. This is just my perspective. So listen to it. Don't listen to it. If you need to do things to feel more Hawaiian, then do it. I don't need to do it because I feel secure. I felt like I never looked super Hawaiian. So I'm happy that I had my Hawaiian language trump card. That was like okay, but like, at least I can speak Hawaiian.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel secure in my Hawaiianness. But if you need to learn Hawaiian, because for yourself to be at peace, to feel Hawaiian, then do that. If you need to go buy a lifted Yoda and a gold chain to feel more Hawaiian, then do that. If you need to go in the lo'i and volunteer, and do that. If you need to ku'e and protest on the front lines, I'm not going to do that. That doesn't make me feel Hawaiian. But that makes you do it. Feel Hawaiian? Please do that. So do what makes you happy, as long as it's not hurting other people, it's not hurting yourself. That's, I think, what just being a Hawaiian is.
I like it. That was a good answer.
Basically, to sum it up, I have no idea.
There you go.
That's basically what I'm saying.
That's the real Kamaka right there.
Yeah, seriously. Like, nobody knows the answer. Nobody knows the answer.
And the quest for meaning is probably the most important part, like the journey that we go through in our quest for enlightenment, I guess. I do want to ask you about Faith, because that's always something that's really important to me. Faith. Is your girlfriend's name?
Her name's Faith. Yeah.
Her name's Faith?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you earlier what her name was.
That's why I always joke. It's like, I have faith and faith.
Interesting. Yeah. So I do want you to address Faith after I ask you this question. But bro, who does Kamaka pray to when he is seeking spiritual comfort?
Zygarde, golden Zygarde. And I'm just joking. I grew up Christian.
Okay.
So my family is really religious. Like my dad, my stepmom, my mom, stepdad, they go to church all the time. We grew up learning Bible verses in Hawaiian. So my dad would, every time we hang up on the phone, he's like, okay, pauku pa'ana'au, and we have to, which is like a memory verse. So we always have to share it with him. So we grew up like reading the Bible, going to church, Sunday school, all of it. I'm more, I would say, I believe it. I still pray kind of out of habit. I don't go to church. I don't read the Bible. I mean, I'm open to it, because I've gotten so many different perspectives in life, where it's more of like an agnostic view. I would still say I have like Christian values, but I need all the information. I need as much data as possible until I can say this is the one true thing. Like, I don't have enough information and data to tell you what a Hawaiian actually is. I don't have enough information and data to be like, this is the one religion that trumps all other religions.
Yeah.
And I know somebody could be like, hey, there's this. But it's all just faith. That's all it is believing in something that you cannot see.
Personal faith, right?
Yeah. So I'm more like, I'm open to hearing all the perspectives. I know there's something bigger than us,
Mm-hmm.
whether that's God or aliens
Or both.
or both. But yeah, I don't like to put myself in a box and say like, I am Christian. I believe in one true God. I don't necessarily believe in Buddha and like the other stuff. I believe in God more than I believe in anything else, but I'm open to the possibility of everything else existing.
You know, would you say when you say I don't believe in Buddha is pretty much just because you haven't
I
learned
don't have
the
enough
teachings,
information. Exactly.
right?
I don't have.
So it's like I can't
Yeah.
believe in something that I don't have any clue
Yeah,
about. I didn't
yeah.
research. I didn't, If you went to Thailand and you meditated with some of the monks and they taught you what they know, you would leave there enriched with a different perspective.
Totally, yeah.
Right.
If I learned about the Muslim culture and I was like, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
If I read the book of John and I was like, Mormonism is the way to go, or the Church of Latter-day Saints. Like this is then I would do that. But I've never had enough interest in other religions to actually learn about it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you're still alive.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot of time. I
Yeah.
want to talk about Faith, man. Your girlfriend. What kind of
Yeah.
boyfriend are you to her?
I'm the best boyfriend in the whole entire world. I'm her Pokemon daddy. I buy her. She gets all reward, no risk. I buy all the cards. But she has the best ripping luck ever.
Really?
I tell her, we just had our anniversary the other week. My post was like, to the hottest girl with the hottest hands. Man, she pulls fire with that. But yeah, she's awesome. She's my best friend. We get along so well. I mean, it's the longest relationship I've ever had. 2 years. I've never made it to 2 years with anybody. We like the same things. We can do the same things, but we're also very independent. She goes on her travels to work. I do my stuff. Whenever we can go together, we go together. We live together. We watch anime. We rip Pokemon cards. We're just big weebs. Just big kids. That's really what we are.
So big kids, are there going to be little kids in your future?
People that probably watched my podcast 2-3 years ago, they might remember this, but I was dating this one girl and I actually broke up with her because I decided that I didn't want kids. And that was because not necessarily that I don't ever want kids, but she was closer to my age. Faith is like 4 years younger than me. But I came to the conclusion that I'm okay without having kids. Just because I'm so focused on everything that I'm doing, and I get so much love from enough people that I'm okay with, not having to create another human, and I'm just so focused on what I'm doing. But so I broke up with her because I decided I didn't want kids, and I didn't want to like have her be like, we're together for 5 years, and then I say, I actually don't want kids. So it was a really tough breakup because it's like you had to break up with somebody that you still loved. So nothing was really wrong. It's a great relationship. And I talked openly about this. And she's still close with my family, my sisters, and my friends. She doesn't live here, but nothing but love for her.
Yeah.
But then I met Fate couple of maybe 6 months, little over 6 months, I think, after we broke up. And I was ready to just be single and be that like single uncle for life.
Yeah. What's your views on marriage?
I've always said like married by 33, have 5 kids, whatever, and it wasn't until I was with my ex and it actually came up, I was thinking, wait, I don't think I actually want to do this, because it's something you just said growing up, like I want 5 kids because I got 5 siblings. I want to be married by 33, but until we actually had the conversation, I realized I actually don't want to do this.
Life really rarely works out the way you plan when you're young.
Exactly. Even the like, I only like Asians, and then I end up dating like somebody in a totally different culture. Like that's how. I'm not saying I like Asians, but that's just an example. But that's always how it works, right? But yeah, we'll see what fate wants to do in the future. We're both okay with what we're doing right now. But if it happens, it happens. I'm just not attached to it. And marriage, yes, eventually. It's just I always say that because of my injuries, like I won't ever propose until I can get up, down and up on one knee without pain. So
you're playing it safe, man.
I'm a while. I got excuses then.
Yeah. I mean, that's what she would probably say.
Yeah.
What's one thing about Kamaka that people don't know and that you'd like to share?
I think I'm just not as cool as people think. If people think I'm cool, or just not like as Hama or like Kanak as I am, you know?
Yeah.
I think it depends where you're coming from. Like if you're not in the Hawaiian community, you're probably thinking, wow, this guy is super Hawaiian. He speaks Hawaiian and has all these Hawaiian guests and whatever. Then you probably think I'm super Hawaiian and Kanak and whatever. But if you're in the Kanak community, it's like, yeah, this guy's just normal. But I take away all the titles, all the accomplishments, all the things that I'm doing. I am just a very nice guy that wants the best for everybody and cracking jokes all the time. And like I said, I'm just a big weeb. I like nunchucks. I like swords. I like
cosplay.
Anime. I never cosplay yet.
That's an interesting world. Man.
I do want to do that eventually with like the Kawaii Con and stuff. So my girlfriend and I always talk about like what characters we should dress up as. But yeah, I think I have so much life experience, even though I look very young, that I know how to exist in many different worlds. Whether that's the Hawaiian community, the travel community, the business community, all of it, and I'm adaptable and. I just have the best intentions. I never want anybody to be sad. I just want everybody to be happy all the time. And I just want people to do whatever they want to do and do it to their best ability. I really have no ulterior motives of anything. Like I give and I don't expect anything in return. And I guess one last thing is I'm probably not as outgoing as people think. I just, it's my job. Like this, people think like you're so good with people and you can talk easily, but I talk one-on-one like this. This is where I'm most comfortable.
Yeah.
Small, intimate circle. I don't like big crowds. I don't like loud noises. I don't like crumbs. These are like my little tisms.
Crumbs.
Yeah. My girlfriend knows about it.
OCD, like you just can't.
It's like, so we watch Love on the Spectrum. I don't know if you're familiar with that show.
I heard about it.
So they introduce the person like, this is Tanner. He likes dinosaurs and whatever. His dislikes are like dried paint and all these really weird things. So like my girlfriend and I joke about like we're basically just dating. We're Love on the Spectrum, me and her, because all of our weird like quirks that we have. And I just have like weird things where I'm just like little OCDs and like I don't like crumbs on the ground. And anytime she's eating, I'm just like. I can find like the tiniest thing. I'm just like, what is this? But yeah, I don't know. I'm a normal Hilo boy.
Yeah.
There's nothing crazy special about me. I have a unique upbringing, but I was one of the lucky ones with a beautiful family, great step parents, awesome friends. I've always had good people around me. I was always been able to, choose the right people and. Just very blessed to be where I'm at. Never thought I'd be here in my entire life.
Have you found your calling?
Yeah, this is it.
Sick.
This is like what I'm supposed to be doing. Podcasting, social media never existed growing up, so I wanted to be a professional athlete. I get everyone else. I wanted to be a nurse or a radiologist because I always got hurt. I know I like taking care of people. So this is just another medium where I can do that, where I can still take care of people in different ways and serve the community. I think my biggest calling is not podcasting. It's not social media. It's community. And for me, I love Hawaii so much. I love the people here. I want to do everything I can to represent us the best and to give back. And I give so much because it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So don't think I'm a good person just because I love to give. I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
I'm very selfish and I love making people happy because it makes me happy. So I'm just a selfish guy.
I just got called selfish recently and we won't say by who, but I got called selfish recently and I admitted to it. I said, yes, for the first time in my life, I am making decisions that are good for me because I live my life doing things based off of what other people thought and what I thought other people thought, which is even a deeper layer of like behavior. And I'm like, you know what? I'm finally in a season where I'm going to make this choice because I want to do it. And it's like, and then somebody on the outside could perceive it as being selfish. And I would be like, it is. And I feel great about it. And that's for the first time in my life. That resonates with me. And I gotta say, it's an honor to be on the same freeway as you in a different lane. And I'm sure there'll be more lanes that open up and more people alongside us in the future that get inspired by this energy that they're witnessing right now. Before we open my pack, I want to just talk a little bit about my Hilo experience because, brother,
tell me all about it.
Everything,
you know, like first time in Hilo?
Yep. No, but like for 30 years, kind.
Oh,
for me, he films weddings, so.
Oh, okay.
I've been there.
But for me and where I am in my journey as a Kane, as a man, having gone through a lot of adversities and stuff like that in recent years, I'm at a place where I have a lot more reverence for the place where I'm from, the Aina, Hawaii. So I'm like interested in hula now. My mother is a kumu.
Under Mikey, right?
Under Mikey, yes.
I do my research.
Oh yeah, which is amazing. But I've always kind of just been like, "Oh, mom, cool. You're making a pahu drum by yourself. Oh, you're making another pahu drum by yourself, ma." She's chanting. She's doing she's practicing, and I'm just like, "Ma, that's cool," you know. And it never really touched me in the way that it does now. Now I'm like, "Mom, can you teach me a hula?" She just made a oli for us, and I'm getting more curious about speaking Olelo Hawaii.
Cool.
You know, it's like I use words and I try to use words here and there just to kind of allow it to preservation of culture and I want to embody what this project is. So Hilo for me at this point in my life was the perfect timing. There's a lot of, I would say, divine alignments that have happened with this project, like me meeting somebody sporadically, randomly, in the middle of the night, and that would be the person that ran Ulupalakua Ranch. And how do we even start talking about that? And then 5 minutes later, he's giving me his number, and he's the contact that we get to go to Ulupalakua Ranch and have a personalized experience that not just anyone can have. We got escorted by one of the property managers in a Tacoma, a Yoda, up the mountain. We got to see the elk. We got to see the forest preserves. We got to learn about the native bats. We got to watch the elk in a fairly natural environment, wild animals who knew that there were elk in Hawaii? Did you know that there's bison in Hawaii, on Kauai, in 2 different farms? I want to go tell that story. That's interesting. What about wallabies? Wallabies in Kalihi Valley, there's over 200 of them. These are the kind of stories that really fascinate and interest me that I want to give. But to get back to Hilo, that was an enriching cultural experience that the people that we met there all made sense and gave us not just their perspectives and stuff, but the connections were fostered. They were made. And now we feel like, hey, let's go to Hilo. Let's go back. Let's tell some stories of the people there. The waterfall. Kenji, what is the name? Honoli'i. Do you know?
Honoli'i?
By the bridge.
There's
a huge bridge.
The surf spot. The
surf
beach.
bridge.
The surf spot.
Yeah.
There's
And my friend lives right over there.
Really?
Yeah. Honoli'i Guardrail Boys, HGB.
Yeah, the wave shed, no go over there.
Sometimes.
Nah, but I just, you don't like everybody being there. But I know it breaks in a certain way at sometimes, and it's a magical place. But there's a compound there where 2 rivers converge that come from obviously probably the Mauna and then eventually go to the ocean. And there's a sandbar that when the river's raging, then it connects to the ocean and all that jazz. So the brackish water, the climate, the super tall palm trees. I'm like, dude, this is like when people think of Hawaii, they don't even know that this is an even deeper, more real Hawaii. They think, sand beaches and all that. But the guy that's stewarding that property, the caretaker of that land, we met, and he led us to this waterfall. And this is a great opportunity for us to show some of the footage as well.
Oh, cool.
But you know what? I was thinking is that waterfalls are infamous for rocks falling sometimes and injuring people. And in this pond at the base of the waterfall, there's huge boulders. that obviously came from somewhere. And I'm thinking about that, Ken. You know, as we're going into this pond, even if a small rock happens to come down and hits our head, this is a 30-foot waterfall, 40-foot waterfall, 30-foot probably. And the water's raging, but we're not worried about anything other than how are we going to climb into this waterfall?
Well, not anymore. Now I'm going to be thinking about that every time I go to a waterfall.
I mean, I've never been like in that kind of a situation where the water is raging. You know what I'm saying? And then, but Brother Lito was like, "Oh yeah, I just told these other
Lito,
guys."
That's who you meant?
Lito.
Oh yeah.
He's not.
Archangel?
He must
sorry,
be.
not Is it Archangel?
Yeah.
Archangel. Archangel. Yeah.
Yeah, which is a suiting last name for him.
I know. Yeah,
His energy is crazy.
He's awesome. He was in my video when I took that Haole kid Markian around. I don't know if you saw it. So Lito was in our video.
Yeah, that brother Lito.
Cause oozing of na'au.
Yeah,
you know,
he's awesome.
But he's like, nah, just go. And he's just watching us. And I can tell that's kind of, I wouldn't even say a test, but maybe somewhat of a rite of passage to have the courage to climb into raging water in a fairly precarious situation. So anyway, me and Kenji are navigating the boulders, the water is coming down, even the little bits of water that hit us are like bullets. Doosh, doosh, doosh. And we're just like, oh, okay. And then Kenji's like, okay, I'm going up. And I was like, oh, yeah, me too. Because I was kind of thinking,
you first.
Yeah, fuck that. I'll go first. Oh, you went first. Just go. Anyway, so we have this most magical experience. After Kenji climbs up, I'm right behind him, and we're standing on this little ledge while the water is raging down. And it's a sound that you would, like a sound resonance that you would probably not be able to experience anywhere else. It's almost like a plane engine. Vroom, vroom, vroom. But you put your hands in the water and it's like, you know what I mean? And it's just the most connected that you can feel to Mother Nature, one of the most connected ways. And it was a first for me. So when I think of Hilo, I think about that recharge that I've had. So I just want to say I honor where you're from, and I would love to be there and experience more of that energy. One other thing is the Filipinos over there are the most Hawaiian I've ever seen. Like, you see a lady that you would see in Oahu picking, at the the market, grabbing fruit that speaks makadeng, like Filipino style, but like over there they're like, ew, like they
have a little to them.
I was like, yeah, it's just amazing. So I was like, man, everyone here understands what this place is, and to be a part of that was really wonderful for Kenji and I. So.
I'm so happy to hear that, and just honored to be from a place that gives so much good energy, and people have such a great experience over there. I mean, the Big Island in general, you have 11 or whatever of them, 13 microclimates in the world. You could go from snow to desert to lava to rainforest, and it's I can't imagine growing up anywhere outside of Hawaii, specifically Hilo. Just with the upbringing that we had, like going to the river, jumping off waterfalls. If you go to my old YouTube videos on Kamaka DS8, you can see we would do like summer videos of us jumping off waterfalls and stuff like that, and adventuring all over the island. I don't got that same energy anymore. My girlfriend's like, why don't we go do all this? I'm like,
you came too late.
Uncle's tired. I gotta sit. But yes, it's this amazing place. I think just the outer island people have a different vibe to them.
Yeah.
Not saying that Oahu people are bad, but you can tell, I can tell when somebody's from Kauai or Molokai or another island that's not necessarily
We just
Oahu.
have so much Western influence here, which, we enjoy that too.
Yes,
we enjoy the benefits of that too.
I enjoy that so much.
You
and
live
I think
in
it's
Kaka'ako.
okay. Yeah, I live Ward. Yeah.
Oh, Ward.
Yeah. It's okay to enjoy that.
Yeah,
You can still be Hawaiian in the concrete jungle. Yeah.
They can coexist.
Yeah.
All right, so what? Pokemon
Rip. Pack.
Here you go. Bring us home. Let's get a gold card. And then I have these makanas for you guys. This is my book. I signed it. It's in the inside for the both of you.
Keep it aloha.
And then I brought 3 different styles, so I don't know if you wanted to choose one.
I'll let Kenji choose first.
Okay, we'll get to it after. We can
Thank you, Kamaka.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, you know what? Real quick, before you gift me this, we're gonna gift you this. This is Pa'akai. from Hanapepe when we went there to actually, it's from Kauai, but we got it from somebody that we've interviewed that lives here on Oahu now.
Cool.
But his family, they steward some of the salt beds there. And to me, it's the best seasoning in the world. I use it on everything, well, sparingly because I don't have a whole lot. But this is for you.
Mahalo, appreciate it. We got to come to Roy's too.
Bro.
Is this our anniversary? We're doing stuff tomorrow because we weren't together on our anniversary. So maybe I'll try to come to Roy's. I'll surprise her with an extra anniversary dinner.
That's light work, bro. I'll take good care of you. Roy's Colina, come see me. Okay, so
you make a little puka at the top. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then you open it. There we go. First one.
No, I've done it before, but not like this.
Okay. And then you take the back one out.
And try not to bust the card.
Yeah, because it could be $100 card in there.
Okay.
And then we like to guess the color of the energy in the back.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Yeah, you can guess.
Electric.
You gotta pull the back.
The back card.
The back one.
Back card?
Yeah.
The one by your thumb, yeah. And guess that one.
I don't even know the energies. Leaf.
Oh!
This guy does this so much. He knows already. So I don't do it from the back though, yeah?
Yeah, so from the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on more by your face.
Wait. I try put it to me. Oh, okay. You got something in the back. You got something. No, keep going.
Just by
I can see the color.
Bruh, $1 million right now.
Close. Yeah, so you got that. Keep going. So these are all just like the regular common cards in terms of rarity. Taisei rips.
Taisei gets ripped. Nah.
You can do a segment getting ripped while ripping. Yeah.
Get all my fingerprints all over them.
Yeah.
Get this graded, bro.
Yeah, you're not doing a good job at hiding the card in the back.
I'm not.
But,
Shucks.
Yeah. I think it's like just an EX or something.
Hopefully you get 2 stars.
Okay. The last one will be the hit. There you go. You got a meow.
What?
That's a EX. Usually those aren't worth that much, but that one's a very playable. Like people use it in the actual game. So that's like a $7 card.
$7?
$7 or $8 card, yeah.
So not $1 million.
Not $1 million. But usually cards like that are like 50 cents. So you out of all the EXs you could get, that's the best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so good job.
Next time I play Pokemon, I'll bust out my meow.
Yeah, right on.
Thank you, Kamaka. I appreciate it, man.
Of course.
This was an enriching and enlightening interview. To like in the mind of Kamaka, we saw his character. We got to see him open up. I saw him very natural today. It was wonderful to sit with him. But I'd love for you to close this out. Any last thoughts, and then also where the people can find you into your camera.
Yeah, for sure. Kamaka DS8 on Instagram. Kamaka Rips if you like watching me and my girlfriend rip Pokemon cards. We have our show coming up on May 2nd and 3rd at Salt Kakaku. We'll probably do a monthly one after this. Keep It Aloha Pod on all the platforms. You can just go to our website, keepitaloha.com, to get more merch. I just want to mahalo you two and your community, your platform that you've created. I love seeing other people in our community win and succeed. That makes me so happy. If you need anything, sponsors, connections, please just reach out. I would love to do a collaborative thing with you guys, whether that's a live podcast or a workshop. I think people look up to us as, people pioneering the podcast space. So it would be great for them to see us working together and show that there's no, competition there. Even with, Justin and Raleigh as well. Yeah. Maybe we get them involved. I think between us three, we're like the most well-known ones as coming up as podcasters. So I think that would be a really cool thing. But yes, mahalo to everybody for supporting us and listening to this Portuguese talk. It's been fun. I love doing this. It's been a while since I was a guest on a podcast, so it's good to kind of vent and get my Emma Koa traumas out on the podcast. But love for everybody, even if you don't like me, I still like you. Wishing you the best. Find me on social media. I try to respond to every single DM. I have 3 different accounts, hundreds of messages, but I try to get to every single one. But yes, support us, support them. Love your life. Be happy. I don't think I can say any more words. I think I'm out of words.
Thank you, Kamaka. That was wonderful. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Aloha.
Thank you so much for watching this interview. If anything in this video made you feel something, please share this video with someone you think would feel the same way. This channel is a product of two brothers born and raised in Hawaii, using our skills, our story, and our growing network to unleash our creativity. For us, being creative isn't optional. It's a duty. We've got some incredible interviews and creative projects coming up, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us. Hope to see you in the next one.